Oh boy. Oh. Hit the go live. Let's try and keep our stuff together here. Oh boy. Oh. Hello. Hello. Cyrus wants a faction. Hey, Cyrus. YouTube updated or something. Now they do this thing where they have fancy scrolling wheels that tell you how many people are watching. It went from like 17 to 6, which feels pretty cool. How is everybody? I feel real bad. Like, terrible. I got the COVID booster shot and flu shot for work, and everything hurts. And I barely slept. And I almost threw up all night. It was awful. It was awful. And then I had to go get a blood draw today, unrelated. And that was awful. Everything hurts. Just everything. It all hurts. Alright. There's this guy, Minerva, who wanted me to make him a doppelganger because he couldn't sign into Total Tavern. That was a couple days ago. I've pinged him and messaged him today and no response. So I'm going to assume something came up and he is busy. But the time has come, my friends. Time has come. New player tournament. Swiss. 4 rounds of Swiss. Then we do a thing with stuff. Refresh page. You will have opponent. We are good to go. Have fun. Ow. Ow. Let's watch Wing Destro and Electric Spinach. That would be nice. Yeah, so if you don't know if this works, there's 4 best of 1 Swiss brackets that are generated. And after we get through all those, I'll take the players with the best scores and put them in a tiny bracket, like 2 semifinals, best of 1, and then a final best of 3 or something. And that'll be that. It's a new player land battle tournament. And everything hurts. Hold up, be back in a minute. Alright, he's back. Campaign on one screen, Human Boy on the other. Smart. Does anybody know why there's an untitled picture of Vlad in the main menu? Halloween. Oh, it just starts a Vlad campaign. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? Half reading through it, it kind of looked like you commanded Vlad through like a castle? I don't know. I don't know. It just starts a Vlad campaign. Alright. Wing Destro has sent us a code. Let's join it. It was not the lobby space, Jesus. Want me to hug it better? Sure. Sure, we'll get you on a plane. Halloween, therefore Vlad, that's it. Yeah, nothing crazy about it. I love how it's unlabeled. That was my favorite part. So it's just like, it's just a picture of Vlad, and if you click on it, it explains. Oh! Oh! My little body. I hope today's stream is swift so I can go back to bed and have crackers. I have goldfish with me right now. Those will get me through the dark times. And this is the tricky part about being sick. Is, oh, I got the goldfish out, so now Hazel's here to beg. This is the tricky part about being sick, man. Is you're not hungry and you're nauseous. And then later, now I'm hungry and I know I have to eat. But I'm also still super nauseous, so it's like, I don't eat too much. Lest I see it again. So, today I have eaten crackers and a little bit of cereal. And now more crackers. Electric cabbage, you lose fast for me? Hell yeah. Though, the Swiss round has to wait for everybody to finish their first game, so we're not really in a rush. Hi, Hazel. Dude, COVID boosters hurt, man. Every time I got in the vaccine or a booster shot, I get completely fucked. Ugh. I had a call out of work today. I was just so in pain and out of sorts. I'm also having some brain fog, so I'm wondering how casting's going to go with that. I'm going to be like, Grom the Paunch did something. Where are we? What team is he on? He's on Greenskins. Got it. Crackers and 7-Up is the ultimate sick meal. Good. I thought about mixing Diet Coke and water, but I wasn't sure how that'd go down with ye old Tums. Thanks for hosting while sick. Anytime, LeBaked. LeBaked is also a YouTuber. Hold on. I gave you a blue wrench, LeBaked, so you can plug your channel. So do that. Didn't tune to hear you talk. More Hazel time? Fair enough. It'll reconnect in a second. You're so mischievous, little dog. There's your Hazel time. That's enough goldfish for you, little lady. You already had some when I was in bed. Listening to you makes me feel more feverish. God damn. You'll not get me near an airplane, sir. Once you've been sucked into one of those engines, you learn to stay away. I even see cover myself flying in the sky. God damn. That sounds scary. Going through a jet engine, getting turned into pulp. Ugh. How's the PC? It didn't blow up. I reinstalled Warhammer 3, so we'll see how that goes. Did some diagnostic testing, didn't see any issues. You want more lizards? Real lizards or lizard men? Because I don't have any real lizards. We do have lizard men. Electric Spinach has switched over to the Warriors of Chaos. And now the Greenskins. Wizix has been sitting on Chaos Doors for a while, but I don't know if you just switched to them for fun or if you actually picked them. I'll just work here. This is a stupid joke, but it makes me really, really happy. My friends and I quote it a lot. There's like this shit post that was going around the internet like 5 years ago or something. It was, it's a text chain. It says, send dudes. And then the lady responds, she's like, haha, don't you mean send nudes? And he says, no, I'm in a fight. I need more men. I just like that. Wing Destro and Electric Cabbage cussing me out for hosting a bad tournament. That seems reasonable. You guys are being very nice to me right now. I'll beat you with 30 chariots for insolence. Tariffs memes are always top tier. Hazel, quit being a moocher. Go away. Actually, I do wonder if Grace gave you lunch or not. So I feel like shit, right? Like I feel terrible. Nauseous, almost throwing up, all that stuff. My entire body's in pain. Just like absolutely terrible headache. I have to go get blood. Well, like get a blood draw for labs. And the lab is 3 blocks from my house. I ended up walking there. When I got home, I was talking to Grace, and she's like, do you walk there? Or, like, are you sure that's okay? And I'm like, what do you want me to do, drive? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, it took me 15 seconds to stand up. I'm not gonna fucking drive. That's how you get an incident. Oh, I suddenly got dizzy while going on the road. Guess we're going on the sidewalk now. So I just hobbled there like an old man. You alright? Yeah, I got the COVID booster, and every time I do, it completely messes me up. This one's worse than usual, though. I was up most of last night. Aw, Hazel slurmed on me. Hazel. Keep your spit to yourself. I don't know what I'm going to do after this, though. Because I have the whole day off. I had a bunch of stuff I was supposed to do. I was supposed to go into work tonight, but I called in because I'm sick. And I was supposed to work out, but that's not happening because I'm sick. So after this stream, I'm just kind of done for the day. But I don't know what to do. Because a lot of the games I'm playing right now are intensive. Playing Hollow Knight, Dark Souls, and Warhammer 3. I don't really have a super easy just click or chill game without thinking about it. Hey, Edwin. America has sidewalks? Downtown usually. Yeah. Uh-oh. Alright, we're going into full recline mode. Almost fell over. Oh. Hazel, no. Don't jump on Dad right now. Don't do it. Alright, it is Chaos Dwarves versus Greenskins. Chaos Dwarves are ready. Greenskins are getting there. And we are gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Ugh. Okay. Sudden wave of nausea. Over. We're back. Because I'm Sunday Nice Guy? Nah, dude. Nah, dude. What up, Nighthead? Tequila Sunset. What is some of the most interesting new player builds you have seen recently? Pretty much anything Bwags or the Epic Dwarf does. Bwags really likes to do like these massive Vanguard, but he doesn't put them like directly in front of you. He doesn't put them behind you. He puts them off to like one side, like the left or the right, and then it'll just come at you at a weird angle. How long till next patch? I don't know. Game worth downloading again? I thought it's always been good. It's been good. They need to fix the bugs and stuff, and that'll make it great, but I think Warhammer 3 has been pretty good. The meta's like a little stale, but that's just because it's been the same for like 12 months. There's been minor variations, but generally, you know. Healing strong. That's mostly it. Healing strong. Heal up some elite units, let them carry you through the whole game. Buff and debuff spells are generally bad. There have been some meta shifts of like specific factions, right? Like Kislev used to suck and now they're great. Cathay's always been great. Tzeentch was good, now they're great. Ogres were great, now they're good. So, sometimes the factions swap out who are really strong, but overall it's been kind of the same playbook for 11 months, which is why people are getting sick of it or dropping the game. But it's not like the actual game sucks. It's not like moving the units around isn't fun or anything. It's just people get tired of doing the same thing after almost a year. Which is understandable. So hopefully patch 4.1 fixes some stuff. Also, bugs are not welcome. They need to be patched out. How much did the last DLC change? Meta-wise, not a ton. Tzeentch, Grand Cathay, and Kislev, all three of the DLC factions rocketed up to the top. Ogres and Bretonnia took a step down because they got some nerfs, but overall it's still pretty similar. Hummus Boy buys Darktide and plays with the boys. I have Darktide. I'm just really bad at it, but I have it. Hey, Bubs. Did you give the puppy lunch? What? Did you give the pup lunch? No. Okay. That'd be nice of you. What are we doing here? What's happening? Electric Spinach and his Greenskins. He even brought, like, the... Isn't that the slave faction that is in the Darklands? That's thematic. I don't know if he did that on purpose. So for our orky friends, we have 5 orc boys. The Crimson Killas, Black Orc Regiment of Renown. 3 Nasty Skulkers, some Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, 3 River Trolls, none of which is the ROR. Then we have the ROR Broken Tuskma, Orc Boar Boy Biggin, and Wurzeg. With motherfucking Foot of Gork, and here we go. Okay. Yes, I did. Alright, good, Cabbage, good. On the other side, 4 Wizzix and the Chaos Dwarves. We have some Bull Centaur Renders with Great Weapons, 2 Hobgoblin Wolf Riders, 5 Hobgoblin Archers. Oh, good lord. 3 Chaos Dwarf Warriors, 2 Goblin Laborers, and the Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher with Drazoth the Ashen up on his Bale Taurus mount with Hellhammer and Ash Storm. I am the most concerned I've ever been for the Chaos Dwarves here. This build is scaring me. I am so concerned. Deathstreaker probably just wants to shoot Wurzag and snipe him out. Hobgoblin Archers will do okay, but you have 5 Archers you're trying to defend with 5 infantry units, which is not going to really do that well versus the Greenskins. I'm concerned you're going to get overrun really fast. Real fast. Okay. The Greenskins, one thing they will struggle with is the large entities. Drazoth and the Bull Centaur Renders of Great Weapons. All you have is the Broken Tusk Mob, Orc Barbarians to deal with them. Everything else you have is pretty bad at fighting these units. So they're going to have to put on a clinic. Now, thankfully, Drazoth isn't exactly known for carrying games, but just something to be aware of. If this was like Imric or something, he could actually probably carry this game because there's just nothing that can stop him. River Trolls have armor piercing and stuff, but their stats are pretty middling. They'll have to get buffs from Wurzag, which is fine, but then also their leadership's real bad at 45. So they could just route off. And a lot of the stuff the Chaos Dwarfs have does fire damage, so Trolls in general have a tough time really staying in the fight with them. The Orc Boy frontline should win pretty handedly, though. That'll be nice. The Goblin Laborers will rout as soon as these guys get touched. It is their way. I know they're supposed to be bad, but Goblin Laborers are straight up trash. I hope they get some minor buffs. Longer these 20 to 25 minutes, a little worried that's longer than norm. Nah. If you keep it under an hour, you're good. Players are set up. Looks like they'll get going soon. Greenskins will take a shellacking if they can't get in on the archers fast enough, though, because 5 archers is going to be a lot. And like we mentioned before, they are fire ammunition archers. Bye, Bubs. So if they get onto the River Trolls, that'll be a bad day. They have no missile resist, nothing like that, so just 40 armor and weakness to fire. Wish you could see more Scarbrand. He sucks. I took him the last time I streamed, and it did not go great. Alright, Bale Taurus, Breath Attack on the Orc Boys doesn't do very much damage. And the Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher also taking off onto them, not doing too much just yet. Effigy to get onto Drazoth. It is going to do a little bit of damage, but there's no ranginess to follow up on the fact that he was netted, so it is what it is. Curse of Hashut is just kind of like a Spirit Leech type spell that we don't see very often because it's in the lore of Hashut. And it does a very small amount of damage to our boy Wurzag. Oh fuck, Drazoth's in there. Alright, River Trolls are going to try and shut him down. And the Rocket Launcher smokes Wurzag while he's in a fight with Drazoth. That's actually huge. I'm shocked it managed to hit him. Anyway, Wurzag is getting pushed off, and Drazoth is delayed by the River Trolls. We'll see if he can push past them or not. Wurzag is just terror-routed, so he'll be fine. Up on the high ground, Bull Centaur Renders and Hobgoblin Wolf Riders fighting with a whole bunch of Night Goblin Squig Herds. Oof, and the Broken Tusk Mob are going to get a nice naked charge onto the Bull Centaur Renders. And that'll be a bad time for that elite cavalry. If Wurzag can throw out any buffs whatsoever, that'd be great. But oh, Drazoth got back onto him and is pushing him off. Plus that rocket launcher is keeping him honest. Trolls hit the front line first without their Orc Boy support. And all the archers are focusing them down. We see one's already like dead. Another one's going soon. The nasty Skulkers are here. With Hobgoblin Wolf Riders trying to chase them down, that could be a little bit of a problem, but you'll still shut down maybe 2 to 4 archers. Wurzag should rally. He has 1,000 HP, for God's sake. Yeah, Wurzag's back. Broken Tusk Mob losing overall to Bull Centaur Renders. They've gotten no Wah or any buffs from Wurzag, which is really holding them back. They do usually rely on those things. River Trolls, like we mentioned, getting pushed off. Nasty Skulkers still trying to disrupt some of these archers. It looks like they're even getting onto the Deathstreaker rocket launcher. Maybe to buy Wurzag a bit of time. The Greenskins still pushing through that front area. The Night Goblin Squig Hoppers are here. There's the first wall. If the Broken Tusk Mob's still in combat, that'll help them, but nah, they're dead. Rip in peace. Cast Dwarves are up by quite a bit on the balance of power. Deathstreaker's almost dead. Wurzag is back. And there goes the Deathstreaker rocket launcher. Now, I wonder if this bounce power is a little hasty. Just a little bit. Because Wurzag took a bunch of damage, so it factors that in pretty heavily. But the Chaos Dwarves ground units are routing in mass. These Chaos Dwarf Warriors are about to go. Hobgoblin's routing. Deathstreaker rocket launcher is just fucking dead. The Crimson Killers are here. Crimson Killers do need new orders. They need to get in there and start fighting some stuff. For now, they're just reforming ranks. But yeah, if the Greenskins keep just killing off all this ground-based stuff, they'll be alright. Nice big foot of Gork. Pushes back some Chaos Dwarf Warriors. And another Curse of Hashut onto Wurzag is going to rout him off. I don't know if he can rally with 400 HP. Depends on how he's feeling that day. Forever Trolls found these archers. Damage value is getting more even by Electric Spinach. He was down like 4,000 at one point. Now he's down 2,800. Still, these archers are pouring crazy amounts of fire into each other. And the Crimson Killers, plus these Nasty Skulkers, do have to shut more of these guys down. Still 4 archers online and firing. Drazoth, where are you at? 3/4 HP, maybe more. Still half health on the Bull Centaur Renders. I think the Chaos Dwarves have got it. The Wurzag snipe is just so brutal, man. Black Orcs buff the leadership of other orcs? No, they don't. They just have ITP. But nah, Black Orcs don't give other orcs more leadership. It's not real. Nasty Skulkers, strangely taking a very long time to kill basic Hobgoblin archers. And there's a nasty breath attack that will rout them off. With 40 melee attack versus only 25 melee defense, though, they are taking forever to kill the Hobgoblin archers. And that is army losses, as Wurzag is off the map. GG. Looking around. Not insane value. Ooh. Alright. That Nasty Skulker, the one that killed the rocket launcher, got really good value, but the rest struggled. Orc boys, you tend not to see them instead of goblins. Goblins charge Wah faster, and also goblins feel like they do more damage. Orc boys tend to be like tankier, which doesn't really matter against Chaos Dwarves. Drazoth, Bull Centaur Renders both did great, as we kind of identified at the start of the game that they would be difficult for the Greenskins to deal with. And then the archers got pretty darn good value. So GG. GG's. Round 1 is almost done. Winged Destro and Electric Spinach just finished, so we're waiting on Dust Bunny Armada and Pigman 202. Hopefully they'll be done soon. We can get the next round going. Oh, the Black Orc Big Boss gives immune to Psych in the area. Yeah, but that applies to everybody, not just orcs. Wing Destro and Electric Spinach, when you get a second, can you report the win? So that when Dush Bunny and Pigman get in here, we're good to go. A lot of people like Swiss. This is the one downside of Swiss is like when you finish a game, if not everybody else is done, then you just kind of awkwardly wait around for a little bit. The field was covered in green blood. I actually forget. Do greenskins bleed green? I think they bleed black. I think they have black blood. Alright, Destro's having issues reporting it. That makes me sad. Still nothing, huh? Oh, it's thinking. It still says he has 0 Swiss points, though. Sometimes it's silly like that. So I might have to manually keep track. Because why would it not give Wing Destro a point? It has a point there, but it doesn't have a point in the total thing. Don't know. I guess I'll just make a worksheet again. One for Winged, one for Cyrus, 0.5 for LeBake because he got a buy round, one for Stead, one for Hitman, one for Father Ram Ram. All right. Oh, Hitman Hippos tell me. To edit the points, you can click on the number next to the name on the site on a Shine page. Oh. That's fancy. I can just give people points at a whim. There we go. Now Destro has his point. Good job, Hitman Hippo. Man, Dust Bunny and Pigman must be in the fight of their lives. Huh. 35 minutes for best of one is seeming pretty long. I'll give him a couple more and then we'll just advance the next round without him. Like I said, this is always the hardest part of Swiss. Oi! Fuck it. That's not okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to track it manually anyway. Dude, I don't know why this happens so much, but like, Swiss loves to pick someone and just decide that they get every fucking buy round. So Hitman Hippo, Wing Destro, Stead and Cyrus. Father Ram, Electric Spinach. Sunny Fawn gets a bye. Cool. Cool. Alright, hopefully Dust Bunny, Armada, and Pigman get caught up. How goes it, Hubster? Goji, I've been better, man. I've been better. I have been blessed by the COVID gods and everything hurts. Just so much. We should have stuck with the second draw where LeBaked gets another buy round. I'm here for the timeline where LeBaked gets all 4 buy rounds and just doesn't get to play. That seems lit. Why are there 2 rounds now, Cyrus? Because it wanted LeBake to get a second buy round, and it was not about that, so I just generated another one. The second column isn't real. The second column can't hurt you. LeBaked is a new player? Yeah. I mean, new is a very broad definition. But he's not, like, smurfing on people. When he plays in new player tournaments, the games are usually pretty even. So he's chilling. Oh. Alright, we're just waiting on Cyrus. He'll get in here. And we'll keep this moving. There he is. Just responding to some stuff. Some people were like, wait, there's 2 more columns. What's going on? And just explain the second column's fake. Huh. Round 2 start yet? Yeah, you gotta buy around Sunny Fun. Man, Dustmoney and Pigman are in the fight of their lives. Getting concerned that they've been lost to the ether. I'm trying to think, that was 1984, right? The book with Big Brother. I believe it was. Such a strange book, man. I reread it 5 years ago, I think. I like Animal Farm better. Animal Farm's a little more concise. We lost Cyrus, he left. Oh. To room 101 with you, heretic. So Julia can betray me, and then I betray her. Alright, Sunny Fun! Alright, Sunny Fun, who got the buy round in round 3. Cyrus's mouse died, so I'm just switching them. So I'm asking Sunny Fun if they'll get in here and fight Stead. Ironically, room 101 is particularly appropriate for you given the punishment. No, it's not. I never read with mice and men. Waiting to see if Sunny sees this. We fin, but don't know how to report score. Dust Bunny and Pigman? Someone doesn't know how to report the scores. And of course, Stead fought Sunny Fawn in literally round 1. God damn it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, shit happens. It's just unfortunate that literally the person with the bye round already fought this person round 1. Alright, we'll join up with Hitman Hippo. Are we rematching? No. No. I'll just give Cyrus the loss. Hi, Hazel. Yeah, so the Swiss got a little messed up, so I'm tracking things manually. Dust Bunny beat Pigman, and that is the first round. Done. So now we're on the second round. Hitman Hippo looks like he's ready in this matchup we're watching. Kislev versus the Lizardmen. We did just see Wing to Destro, but we added a emergency sub situation, so guess we're watching him again. It's fine. I just work here. Are you still playing Samurek? The the second column isn't real because it was giving LeBaked buy rounds after buy rounds over and over again. Column 3. We had to skip the second column because it wanted to give LeBaked 2 buy rounds in a row, which is stupid. Because out of 4, that would mean he has to skip half the tournament because the website decided to fuck him over. You guys get to watch me get smacked? Hitman Hippo's pretty good, so shit happens. Hazel, are you being a butt? Alright. You have no idea what a good Lizardman build is? You just brought something you thought was funny? Fair. Is it Saurus? Because new player tournaments always have Saurus for some reason. Everybody loves Saurus, I guess. Oh, that's Nakai. That's Nakai right there. Alright, damage resistance and perfect vigor for everyone around him due to his golden tributes, Primal Roar and Miasma of Despair. 2 Croc scores alongside him with a Basildon Rev Crystal, then another Basildon Rev Crystal, 4 Saurus, 2 spears, 2 clubs, a Skinkorts of javelins, 2 Skull... Wait. 1 Feral Cold One, 1 Cold One Rider, 1 Cold One Spear Rider. Alright. That is a diverse build with no caster. Wizix, you always need a caster. Always, always, always. Oh, no. For the Kislev build, we have an Armored Kossar frontline, including the Watchers in the Night, Regiment for Now, Mother of Stankia, Flock of Doom and Enfeebling Foe, Incarnate Elemental of Beasts, the Patriarch, a couple Things in the Woods, a couple Kossovite Dervishes, some Armored Kossars, and 2 Akshan Ambushers, one of which is the Wolfhearts. I forgore. You'll never forgore again. Tell you that much. Thankfully for you, Rev Crystals are pretty much mages, since they just offer so much healing, but... Nakai is undefeated in all formats of this game. I don't know if that's true. I think you might be lying. Unironically, Nakai could do some really good damage if he gets onto Mama O or the Incarnate Elemental of Beasts. Honestly, anything here. If Nakai can get into a fight with his Crocscore pals, they'll do fine. The thing I'm most worried about is the Wolfheart's Pack Trap and then just deleting a unit. That could be really rough. The Saurus frontline will bump and grind with the Kossars forever. But I don't think either side really cares about the frontline winning. It is mostly if these Cold One Riders and Cold One Spear Riders plus the Croc scores can get a good engagement. And for Kislev, it's mostly if the Akshan Ambushers can stay online and keep firing. And we're off.
Look at those
Oh god, she's yelling at me. Stop yelling at me.
Think themselves strong. Aye. But what is their strength to the leeching cold, the dark shadows, the vile woods? They will learn, won't they?
Alright. I don't appreciate being yelled at by the enemy lord. Lizardmen are advancing. Kislev is not just yet. If the front line is so inconsequential, not like any front line, this one. You have two defensive units holding against each other, so it's just gonna not matter. Right, but if it was like Marauder Berserkers versus a Tomb King's front line, then yeah, the amount of time it takes the Berserkers to get through the Skeletons is a key win condition for the matchup. But Saurus versus Kossars, that's what I mean, where that one doesn't matter. Like, by the time the Saurus kill off the Kossars, we'll be at like 11 or 13 minutes into this game, and the game will have been decided one way or the other. So, neither side really cares about the front line right now. If it was Skinks, then Kislev could use the Armored Kossars to their advantage, win the frontline fight, and put, I don't know, the Bastildons under pressure or something. But when both sides have such evenly matched tanky infantry, that's what I meant. Alright, Coldman Spear Riders get into range of these Auction Ambushers, taking a little bit of damage. Say a little bit, like a third of their health bar. Mama O's double firing into very clumped up Saurus. And now Coldland Riders are going to try and get her, but she is extremely slippery on her chariot. She pretty much has to be sitting still for you to do any damage to her at all. You'd be running into a whole heap of fire, so it looks like Coldland Riders are going to fall back for now. Spirit of the Gorg, speaking of Cloud9, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that series was, man. That was so weird. Start of game one, Cloud9 was like, oh, we know how to play League of Legends. And then halfway through game one, they're like, we forgot and never remembered how. That shit was stupid. Like Fudge, just, oh, hey, we're setting up for Dragon? Allow me to just sit top and farm minions with all my abilities. Oh, we've already lost the fight? I'll teleport in late. I'm all out of mana because I farm minions with my abilities. And I'm like, Fudge, what the fuck are you doing? Anyway, never mind. On the far side, Costified Dervishes are holding back Feral Coldlands and Coldland Spear Riders. They will lose that fight, but slowly. Nakai and his Croxa Bros are in here, but as we mentioned at the very start of the game, the win condition for Kislev is keeping these Auction Ambushers online. And right now they are very much so, but a Rev Crystal trying to heal them up. The other Rev Crystal is caught out, does need to waddle back towards safety. Safety. The Kroxigor Blob is currently working down some Armored Kossars, doing okay here. Meanwhile, Coldland Riders fighting Costified Dervishes, losing that. But Kislev is way up on the balance of power. Damage value, they're not that far ahead, but balance of power they are. The Zosaurus are already routing, the Rev Crystal's already routing. Nakai is already routing almost. He's down to half HP. And the Incarnate's just following him around ominously. That's looking like a GG. Pack trap on these Kroxigors. They're terrified, but can't even run away if they wanted to. Nakai trying to do good work, but he's getting shot by more Auction Ambushers instead. Yeah. I mean, like, LCS and LEC are definitely behind LPL and LCK, but the way Cloud9 lost was just, like, so stupid. It was basic League fundamentals that they completely shit the bed on, and I don't know how. Because for the first half of Game 1, they seemed to understand it, and then they just completely lost the plot and shit their pants. That whole series was a Clown Fiesta? Yeah, a bit. I'm kind of surprised Army Loss doesn't hit yet, considering how bad the balance of power is for the Lizards. Still have a full health Incarnate Elemental Beast, full health Mama Stankia. I don't know where the Patriarch is. There he is. He's also full health. Still a good amount of infantry for Kislev. And Nakai is not feeling it. He's already gotten some healing. And EU Secret Agent Sven. That last game was just funny. I don't think there was anything he could have done at that point, so then when he just fucked off into the jungle for a very long time, it was hilarious. It's all over but the crying. Army loss is going to hit if this thing gets hit one time. Oh, 2 times? No. It was happening after one. Just took a bit. Give rank 3 to Saurus? No, because the Saurus don't have armor piercing, so they had a really hard time getting through the armored Kossar front line. That was the main problem, was armor piercing, not like stats. Akshi Ambushers stayed online, they stayed firing, and they got insane value. Mama O and the Incarnate as well. So well played by Hitman Hippo. Correctly identified what he needed to keep alive to win, and stuck with it. And a rough one for the Alligators. Did you guys discuss all the CA leaks already? No, but none of it's shocking. Like with how Shadows of Change was released and all that stuff. More money for a worse product with a bunch of bugs in it and shit. It's not shocking that like higher ups were telling the programmers, push it out, get more money, bleed them dry. Because very few developers would be happy with the state of the product they released, man. Like, I don't know. I don't think any developers want to phone it in that hard unless they're instructed to by their bosses. It's all a mess right now. Hopefully CA can turn it around. Hopefully their bosses eventually realize that making a good game last a long time, selling a lot of DLC is better than cashing out quick, selling one bad DLC and pissing off your player base so a bunch of them leave. It's weird how often the video game industry has to learn this lesson, though. Like, it's all the goddamn time that someone will come in, make a shitty game, try to monetize the fuck out of it, no one plays it, and then it dies. And you're like, how could that have happened? Because I didn't play much of Halo Infinite, but I heard Halo Infinite was hot garbage. I don't know if it was monetized too much. I actually just don't know. But I played Halo from Halo 1 all the way till Halo 4. Halo 5 came out and kind of sucked, so I played the campaign, but I didn't play online much. And then Infinite came out, and I just never even got it because I heard it was trash. Alright, let's update some of these, huh? So Hitman has 2 dubs. Stead we already updated. Father Ram with 2 dubs. Sunny Fawn, I gave them their buy round 0.5. We're waiting on LeBaked and Manic. And Dust Bunny with Samaric. Hitman Hippo, sorry you didn't engage at the start. I mean, that was a pretty massive rule break, and I did think about throwing you out of the tournament, but I made the executive decision to just let it go, you know, because we're sticklers here. If you don't start engaging within the first 10 seconds of the game, that's it. You're human garbage. How dare you? No, it's fine. We are very much a spirit of the rules rather than like being dicks about it, where it's like, yeah, just try and fight. Okay. The game starts, a couple seconds go by, and then you move forward. You did great, Hitman. You did goddamn great. I swear if this gives me a buy round, that would be too funny, Cyrus. But nah. Then there's the other end of the spectrum, where there's Hollow Knight, which is a great game that is horrifically underpriced. It is amazing. And then they released all their DLCs for free. And while I enjoyed that as a consumer, and I love Hollow Knight, and I have a wallpaper hanging above my desk of Hollow Knight, that's great. Honestly, they should have charged more. They really should have. I get the free DLCs because they lump them. The free DLCs felt like content that had to be cut so the game could launch, and then they released it for free when they were done with it because they're very integrally tied in the main story. So I can understand not wanting to charge extra for them. But Hollow Knight is not a $20 game. Hollow Knight is maybe a $60 game, but I could meet you halfway and do $40. It's not a $20 game. It's so good. It's very long. It's a ton of content. It's really well put together. I haven't experienced a bug in any of my 4 playthroughs over the years. It's so good. So it's just funny how like some studios don't charge nearly enough. Some studios charge too much. I love TF2 with the hats back in the day. I haven't played TF2 in a long time. But TF2 was sick. Pigman getting a dub. Wait, I gave Dust Bunny the win because I'm an idiot. Okay. Yeah, so Pigman's actually 2-0. I see. I'm just stupid. Hey, Fat Kid, resist. Yeah, dude, if you haven't played Hollow Knight, it's so good. It's like, it's a Metroidvania Dark Souls kind of game. Okay, it's much more gameplay-wise in the Metroidvania. The only reason I say Dark Souls is it's very hard and it's very boss-focused. So it has that feel of it. But the gameplay is just a Metroidvania. It's not really a Dark Souls. Where there's, you know, you don't level up like in Dark Souls. If you die, you lose a bunch of money, but money's not the same as like Souls. There's no level up system at all. You just spend money on gadgets and doodads, and you run around the map, and at different points in the map you get powers that let you do stuff like double jump or dash or, you know, do like a charge attack, things like that. So it's very much Metroidvania, but I feel like Metroidvanias are a little less boss-focused usually, whereas Hollow Knight is mostly about its bosses. The NPCs you come across between the bosses are super fucking easy. So it's mostly about like bosses and then movement puzzles. Movement puzzles being like, oh, there's spiky thorns and you have to jump in a very certain way and land on certain platforms to get through it. Platforming puzzles. It's great. I love that game. Alright, another one finished. LeBaked defeated Maniac. Waiting on Dust Bunny and Samaric. Chat, I need your help. I actually do. Actually do. Hold on. I'm on the fence about this, and I want your opinions. Since we're waiting anyway for the next round to start, and then we'll be waiting for picks and bans, I would like to start a conversation. Is Starfield worth my time? Is it a game I should get? Because what is my list right now? Dude, I'm still trying to get Elden Ring, okay? That's where I'm at. Elden Ring, when it came out, I started playing Dark Souls 1, because I wanted to play... Every time a new Souls-like game comes out, I play Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 to get ready for it. So then this time I'm playing Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Sekiro. So I'm currently 85% of the way through Dark Souls 3. And then I'll play Sekiro, and then I'll play Elden Ring. So that is my next one. but I have a list of games that I need to keep an eye on. And Starfield is on there because on release, people are hyping the shit out of it. And then I started hearing more bad things, but it's like, okay, is it actually bad and not worth my time, or is it just not as hyped? Because Baldur's Gate 3 is on that list too, which is fucked. Samurek? That sounds lit. What's Dark and Darker? Where'd the hummus cam go? I'm on the left screen right now, which doesn't have the camera. Alright, Samrek's typing in chat, which makes me think he's done with his game. But I don't have a reported score just yet. Sammy and Dust Bunny, if you could report your score, that'd be great. Dungeon survival, find gear, PvE, PvP. Dust Bunny takes the W! Nice job. I swear to God, if you give LeBaked another buy round. Alright, it's Maniac. It's Maniac. Okay, moving on to the third round here. Stead fighting Hitman Hippo. Pigman 202 to best and Father Ram Ram. That could be a fun one. We've watched Wing Destro twice today, so we can't watch him again. We can't. Dust Bunny Armada and LeBate. That could be fun. I feel like I sometimes lag when I spectate LeBaked, which is weird. Because I don't think we're geographically that far away. And then Lord Arm and Sunny Vaughn. I'll go with Pigman and Father Ram Ram. And then did I give that point to Dust Bunny? Not yet. Boop. And then Maniac gets a buy round, so 0.5. All right, 20 votes. It's pretty decisively no. Good lord. Pigman 202 is a god gamer, apparently. All right. All right. They're trying to send me codes and shit. I already know. I'm already in. Star Citizen campaign is going to be released soon. Dude, Rainy Frog. I know you are a toxically positive person. But did you buy into Star Citizen? Are you a Star Citizen sponsor? Don't lie to me, Rainy. Alright, 2 more rounds of Swiss. Then we get into the good stuff. The quick bracket. Oh, look at this lady! There's a lady behind me. It's hard to see. Look at Hazel on the blanket down there. She's that. She's this. My toes are on her ear right now. I ditched that blanket because I was super cold. I had the chills when I was starting the stream. Because if you haven't caught on, I'm not feeling great. So before I started the stream, I ditched the blanket just next to me, and she fucking plopped right on top of it. Be able to see it. Rainy Frog, I refuse to accept your positives. Nothing is positive. Ever. Everything is darkness and hatred. I remember someone once said that I shouldn't have a camera at all. To them I respond, no. You know what's exciting? After the stream, I get to go take a nap. And that sounds awesome. Holy shit, is this a Skaven mirror? No, okay. Does Dust Bunny have... You got sick leave from work? Hell yeah, dude. I have so much PTO. Because I almost never take PTO. I went on 2 vacations in the last month. One with my dad, one with Grace. I still have 118 hours of PTO. Because before that I had like 200. It is Cathay versus Skaven, which used to be Skaven favored. Now it is much more contentious, with Onyx Crowman, Peasant Horsemen. Peasant Horsemen aren't new, but you can have a lot of cheap mobility. So you can run the Skaven down. And then a lot of their lords got buffs. The Dragon Lords, like Zhao Ming, got his heal item, so if you want to just Flensing Ruin his ass to death, you can't anymore. Frog, I don't know that one. I don't know a lot of 40k stuff. Father Ramsey did play Skaven for us in the Faction War. Because he's a Chad like that. Cathay's ready. Skaven have 5 gold left, so they'll be ready soon. A friend of mine showed me Warhammer 40k Space Hulk Deathwing, I think it was called. It was like Darktide before Darktide came out. It was way worse than Darktide, but it was kind of fun. One of the big problems in that game was your bullets didn't feel like they had any impact, so you're just shooting at Tyranids until they died, which sounds really dumb, but like they weren't impacting. There wasn't a lot of blood spray. They didn't stagger ever. It was just like this Tyranid's going to run at you, and you're going to fill it with bullets, and you'll just hope that it dies before it reaches you. And if it reaches you, it'll just blindly swing at you at a set interval. It was very simplistic. It was kind of fun. The aesthetics were good. The settings were good. It was fun to hang out with your friends. But also like the weapons were not balanced at all. There was stuff that was just significantly better than other things. Hey, Jormungandr knows what I'm talking about. What a disappointment Deathwing was. It never really got better. Like, melee always felt off. Or you just, like, you punch or stab these things, and they show no reaction to that happening, and you just hope you're dealing damage. What's the point of pre-ordering? Sometimes they offer a discount if you pre-order. Not as much anymore, but back in the day, if you pre-ordered something, it'd be like $45 instead of $60. Oh, and way back in the day, when games only came out on physical copies, like discs, you would pre-order so that you could even get a copy. Right, back in the GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 1 and 2 days, there were multiple times like a big game would come out, and you'd have to wait months before you could get a copy if you didn't pre-order. Yeah, Vanthus, you did miss a Lizardman game. It's true. Wing Destro had your back. Oh boy. Oh geez. Oh gosh. Oh malarkey. Grand Cathay versus Skaven. It's a relatively small map, but both sides still going pretty shooting heavy. Avalanche mortars, Nanobubble sharpshooters, and the Teeth Breakers rattling guns RORs. So 3 RORs for Father Ramsey. 1 Poisonman Globe. 4 Rat Ogres, Lord Skrulk, a Packmaster on his Brood Horror, and then a whole bunch of Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves. On the other side, we have Yen Bo. Honestly, maybe the first time I've seen Yen Bo since he was released. This guy is never picked. He's just like so expensive. But versus Skaven, he can be good with the Emperor's Executioner or whatever, if you can get Skrulk down. Besides Yen Bo, we have 2 Jade Warrior Crossmen, the Fire Rain Rocket, the Iron Hail Gunners, a couple Peasant Long Spears and Jade Warriors, some Jade Lancers, 2 Onyx Crowmen, one which is the Empress Crowman, and the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin, with a Peasant Horseman flank as well. I think Yembo is going to have to do some carrying this game, though, because he is so expensive that the Grand Cathay army with him is rather small. So if the Skaven can just get their Avalanche Mortars down on the Iron Hails and the Jade War Crossmen, and Nanobubble Sharpshooters kill off the Fire and Rocket, they'll largely be chilling. They'll be fine. I have received a notification. It is not urgent right now. Yambo gets shot in the fucking face as soon as I start the game.
We shall reduce these bows to a
But Nanobubbles are going to have to take out that Fire Rain Rocket rather swiftly. There they are. Good targeting. Jezzails are the Skaven's best answer into enemy artillery. They do really, really good damage. And they're usually not outranged that significantly, that they take significant damage on the way in or anything. They'll just take these guys out. It's already half HP for those. And it's a good start for the Skaven. One model is gone. Another volley will probably take out 2 more. There goes another one. Aha! I know my Giselles. Anyway, Fire and Rocket's already down to 1 model left. Will not be a threat to the Skaven for much longer. Hey, CJ. How you doing? Boom! It is now just a crew. Giselles can switch on to the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin, keep them a little honest. Yembo is booking it for Skrulk, though, and Skrulk's going to want to back the fuck up. Because if Yembo gets like 2 hits on him and then pops that Executioner thing, he can kill Skrulk. Onyx Crowmen are here to fuck up the Skaven's day. The Giselles are still hurting the Fire and Rockets, who they are already out of this game, so they don't need to do that anymore. The Avalanche Mortars are beset by Onyx Crowmen. Rat Ogres now coming into Peel. I think that the Avalanche Mortars are just doomed, but at least the Rat Ogres will get some slight vengeance. Teethbreakers trying to turn and fire at the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin, who have suicide charged onto the Natty Buo Sharpshooters, killing them off, and now the Teethbreakers instead are focusing on Yenbo. But his thin, slippery dragon body will dodge a lot of those shots. Thankfully, though, the Onyx Crowmen took enough damage from the Rat Ogres that they are going to tear out, and wow, really big damage onto the Righteous Lances of Wei Jin. That is huge for the Skaven. Now, Yembo is going to rout off the Teethbreakers. Natty Boobos are also routing, and hey, the Avalanche Mortar survived. That's a surprise. That is a big surprise. Not for much longer, as the cavalry is closing in. So Skaven are about to lose all of their weapons team's presence. Been on holiday, I'm back now. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back. Teethbreakers have shattered, so they're officially gone forever. And Yembo throws out a Comet onto a nice clump of Skaven. I wonder how much damage it's going to do to Rat Ogres as they start to actually run away because they're pushing through these Jade Lancers. Still gets a good shot onto the Globes and the Clan Rats though, so not terrible. Skrulk is once again the target of Yembo. Though Yembo's animations are so crazy that he can almost never hit Skrulk. Avalanche Mortars probably want to take out the Jade Warriors since all your other infantry clearing is mostly gone. Yembo is under attack by the Packmaster. He's going to try and run away. And Natty Buo Sharpshooters are also back, also still pinging down Yembo. I don't believe he has any healing, right? No. So all damage is good damage. In the backfield, the Avalanche Mortars get run down by Peasant Horsemen. Jade Lancers are also here to be a nuisance. Natty Bubo is going to get charged once again by these little Peasant Horsemen. And once the Skaven lose all their weapons teams, it does certainly get a lot scarier for them. Rat Ogres now being used as pseudo-cavalry to try and stop these Iron Hail Gunners, but they are getting shot by Jade Warrior crossbows the entire time, so they will have to keep moving, keep harassing these guys. Another Liber Bubonicus onto Yenbo, just trying to damage him a little bit. He, in the meantime, is going to dive Skrulk again. And if he hits him, I will give Yenbo $1 million. Anyway, in the backfield, Poisman Globes trying to rout off some cavalry before they themselves are routed. It looks like the Skaven back there are mostly in disarray. Up here we have 4 healthy Rat Ogres and a Packmaster and Skrulk trying to shut down these 2 Jade Warrior crossbows. And if they can do that, Skaven are in real good shape. Even if Yembo snipes out Lord Skrulk, I don't think you can carry the rest of this game. So we'll see. Peasant Horsemen were able to clean up the backfield like we said. He did hit him? I think he's still at 4,271. I thought he was originally, but still. Dude, Yembo's animations are so crazy, and they don't hit anything. Another Comet of Cassandora onto the Rat Ogres. See how much damage it even does to them. Not a lot. Lord Skrulk's Rod of Corruption forcing off these Jade Warriors, even damaging the crossbowmen a little bit. The Righteous Knights of Wei Jin are back in the fight for now. Barely clinging to life. And everything is routing but Yenbo. It might be all over but the crying. What is... Dude, like, those animations are so insane. He does way too much. And not in a good way for him, like, in a calm down and swing more often way. Gets a double hit? No, that was the execution. That was the execution for sure. Yeah. Emperor's Executioner chunks Skrulk about half of his HP. And Yanbo has to fuck back off. Cathay has made a little conclave in the distance that they can fire in, but there's enough Rat Ogres and Packmaster and all that stuff. They'll be over here in due time. Shut those guys down once and for all. Yambo dives back into Planarth and Skaven Slaves, tries to throw another Comet onto them. It is not successful. And that is that. Oh, Yenbo. 1600 value after you executionered Lord Skrulk. That's pretty nice. I'll give you that one. That was pretty nice. Yeah. Anyway, they're all getting pushed off. Skaven Slave Spears trying to poke back against a bunch of random horsemen, but they will rout any second now. Does Skrulk have a Rod of Corruption left? Yeah, he has one. So if those Cav come over here at all, he can just pop it and kill them off. Leave Yunbo all alone with a bunch of Rat Ogres. The Packmaster should have running with the pack. He does. So these Rat Ogres will heal up as long as they're in melee next to him. Skrulk and the Molder Boys reform lines. That is so many Rat Ogres. 15, 15, 9, 16. That's about 60. About 60 Rat Ogres and Skrulk running around, living their best life. They pile onto the Jade Warriors. They're trying to stay together. One for the Packmaster healing on all these guys. They're running with the pack right there. But also, Skrulk wants these guys to group up so he can pop Rod of Corruption and just kill them all. There it is. They all died. Army losses. $55. We round up in this house. It was a pretty good game. Skaven just had really good target priority and took things out. Teethbreakers didn't get much done. Honestly, neither did the Avalanche Mortars, but the Jezzails made up for it, and the Rat Ogres did great. GG. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No one's done with this bracket yet. Oh, no. Oy. Why are some of these turning like deep green, like Lord Arm and Electric Spinach? Lord Arm takes a W over Sunnyfon. One more Swiss round to go. Then we'll do a quick bracket with like the top four. So let's see. Father Ram, I know he's going to go to 3. think that auto qualifies him. I think. I'll save that stuff till round 4. I think that means he's fine. Oh, I might have to go to standing desk mode. My back hurts. Go, desk, rise. Like, oh. Ow. Standing hurts. Any Tyrannok chariots? No. You stole the dragon $1 million. He didn't hit shit. His executioner's like ability slammed Skrull. We know Pigman and Father Ramram are done. They just haven't reported their score yet. No elves yet. That's true. We haven't even had dark elves, which is surprising. And welcome. Alright, I'll be right back. Come on, Hazel. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Stead beat Hitman Hippo. Wow. Alright. Damn, Stead. I'll say it, I'm surprised. I know Father Ramram won. He just hasn't reported his scores. So we're waiting on Dust Bunny LeBaked and Electric Spinach Samarak. And then we'll get into the last Swiss round. Which that'll be fine. Oof. Oh, that changed. Okay, that changed quickly. Electric Spinach with the fat dub. And then Dust Bunny Armada with the dub. Yeah. Well done, well done. Cool. And then I know Father Rammer and Pigman are done. I know they're actually done, so I'm just going to advance the round. Doesn't matter. I'm tracking the scores manually anyway. All right, for anybody listening out there, we're making another round because it wanted to give Manic another bye round. Sunny Fawn. Sunny Fawn. Okay, so it's just being a dick. I hate when the Swiss does this, where it just picks people to pick on, and it's like Sunny Fawn, Manic, and LeBake are the only people getting fucking bye rounds. So who has Sunny played? Sunny's played Lord Arm, bye round, instead. Okay. Except, let's give... Stead already had a bye round in a way because his opponent had to go. If it helps him, happy to take a bye round. You already took a bye round. Except Sunny Fawn, fight LeBaked. Electric Spinach is getting a bye round. All right, so yeah, I took Sunny Fawn. Sunny Fawn's gonna go fight LeBaked, and Electric Spinach gets the bye round. Yeah. Okay. So then Electric Spinach will be getting 0.5 points. And ending out at 1.5. I'll highlight it so that I know it's done. I don't have to add anything. So Electric Spinach's final score will be 1.5. Played 3 games, 1-1, got a bye round. Not bad. Not bad, Mr. Spinach, for your first run. I don't know, new player tournaments always between 2 and 5 hours. Oh, yeah, Swiss takes a while. A lot of people like Swiss because you like... We haven't watched Samaric yet. Anyway, a lot of people playing like Swiss because if you set aside time, you're like, man, I gotta rush home from work, grab some food quick and get on this tournament. And if you lose right away, then I understand that it feels like shit. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm glad I carved time out in my day to lose instantly. So I get it. Like, that sucks. And people like Swiss because then at least you get like guaranteed 3 games in a bye round or 4 games, right? So at least you get some bang for your buck. It's just it's a little tricky to manage, not just with the website, but also, as we noticed, like every round you have to sit and wait for the slowest game to finish up before you move on. So maybe there's some way for me to improve that. Honestly, maybe when I start the tournaments, I just slam out all 4 rounds right away, and I'm like, these are your 4 opponents, go. Like, just go. And then people finish it as they finish it. Now, again, you would still get to the very end and still be waiting on the slowest person, but that's any tournament, so maybe that's a better way of doing it in the future. Just saying. Anyway, let's get the blocker up. Electric Spinach was taken on YouTube. That's sad. As a tournament organizer, I definitely prefer just regular brackets because it's shorter for me usually, and I can predict the flow of stuff, right? Like if I'm in a game and players doing picks and bans, and one player is done with a game further down the bracket, I can message that player and say, hey, when you get an opponent, just do picks and bans and army builds, but wait for stream. And then when the game I'm in finishes, I'll join them. They'll be waiting for us, and they'll get into a game right away. And I can usually message someone else somewhere in the bracket and be like, hey, wait for me. So there's a bit more of a flow between games. Whereas Swiss, like I said, there's a hard stop because we all have to wait for the slowest person in the round. And there's nothing you can do about that. So there's positives and minuses to both. I do think Swiss is better for the players. I think regular is better for me. In between losers bracket. Losers bracket also has that issue where, like, sometimes, man, someone will just get so far behind, and it's like there's this chain of games. There are 4 games that have to be completed before they catch up to the rest of the bracket, and the rest of the bracket's like, what the fuck is going on back there? Hey, Wei, how you doing? Last of the Swiss rounds. Samaric Pale Ale versus Maniac. I believe mathematically neither of these guys is making it to the next round. So it is one last hurrah. Just a bit of fun. Samaric trying to get on the board. Maniac just doesn't have enough points, even if he wins this one, to get into top 4. But sometimes it's not all about winning. Sometimes it's about the friends you make along the way. And Maniac, if he keeps this build, is about to make some friends. Chilling with your cat and a cup of coffee. That sounds pretty cool. That's pretty cool. $50 gold left for Corn, 25 gold left for Norska, so they are just kind of deliberating whether they should take chevrons or whatever, but they're both ready. And Maniac did keep the build, and I'm kind of excited about it because it's a mammoth. It's a war mammoth, and he actually has a good target in the Chosen of Corn with dual weapons. Like, if that mammoth can get a good charge or 2 onto the Chosen of Corn dual weapons, it can kind of fuck him up. It has anti-infantry, armor piercing, really good mass, pretty good charge. Its charge animation sucks, but stats are alright. I still don't think it'll pay for itself, but I'm down to see a mammoth kill some Chosen. I'm fucking down. Cat buff is OP. I have a cat around here somewhere. I haven't seen him all day. Also gives Frenzy and Guardian. Jesus Christ. I like how it gives Frenzy. It doesn't have Frenzy. It gives it. I'm proud of you, Samric, for not taking all Khorne Forsaken. The worst fucking unit on that roster. Alright. Alright. For the forces of Khorne, we do have 2 Minos of Khorne, neither of which have great weapons, so they're just regular. Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons, 5 of those. 1 regular Marauder of Khorne, then the Chosen of Khorne with dual weapons, and 4 Fleshhounds of Khorne, one of which is the Hounds of the Blood Hunt, with Valkia the Bloody leading them. On the other side, for Norsca, it is a Marauder front line, some with great weapons, some with spears. A couple regulars, so a lot of Marauders. 2 Marauder champions, basic hand axe variant, not great weapons. 2 Marauder Hunter javelins. Looks like a single Skin Wolf. A goddamn War Mammoth. Wulfric the Wanderer on horseback with just Hunter of Champions, and then a Firecaster with just Burning Head. Human Boy campaign with only Khorne Forsaken when? I don't know. The only campaign streams I do these days is the co-op campaigns with the lads, the boys, of which Rainy Frog is one. And I know some people were disappointed with the last one, where Lord Croak died to Boojalicious' hero shooting him in the head, and that ended the challenge. 1, I didn't think it would be that easy. 2, I fucked up my hero deployment. I didn't rush Skink Chiefs because I built my buildings wrong. So that's partially on me. And then another thing I was telling the boys, the Lizardmen campaign, there's 2 Skin Wolves apparently. The Lizardmen campaign, I didn't think it through. And when we started fighting battles, it was just a Gorok Saurus blob with Lord Croak. And there wasn't a lot going on. So that's, behind the scenes, that was kind of the reason I'm like, oh, because I could say he wounded my guy with a hero, and people are like, that's lame. I could be like, whatever. Let's just not count that. No heroes. You have to kill him in melee combat. But I was realizing that Saurus grinds for every single battle was going to be really fucking boring. And I had just miscalculated with what factions we were using. So I kind of took it as an excuse to be like, well, stream's over. And then behind the scenes, I was talking to the other guys, and I'm like, yeah, I fucked up. Like, Gorok's just not an interesting faction to pick in a campaign stream because it's just all Saurus and all melee grind. Alright, Valkia lands in some Marauders, clusters them up for a Spear Sleipnir to delete them, but the War Mammoth is here, and Valkia is infantry size, so his bonus versus infantry actually does help. So he gets a little charge on her, then he runs off. The Fleshhounds of Khorne manage to evade the Skin Wolves, and they will get into the back line with those Marauder Hunter Javelins soon, but it looks like actually they're not even needed, as the Marauders of Khorne are just sprinting through here to keep the Marauder Hunter Javelins on the back foot. And I'm realizing that I'm going to have to say Marauder a lot this game. Gorok's the best boy. He's cool, but like for a campaign stream, it was going to be a lot of Saurus grinding. Skin Wolves get caught by Minos. Skin Wolves would trade okay into 1 Mino, but not 2. Not a 2 for 1. Nice big Burning Head from Norsca. Then it curves kind of into their own forces, mostly off into the middle of fucking nowhere, but it did take out 1 Marauder. Meanwhile, the War Mammoth stops and considers its life, thinks about what it's done, and is found wanting. He's maybe moving now. Yeah, he's trucking along. Who is favored in this matchup? Traditionally, between 2, like, extremely meta builds, it's doable by both sides, but probably I would go with Norsca a little bit. But in a new player tournament, you usually get some wild-ass shit, and all bets are off. Like a fucking War Mammoth versus Chosen of Khorne. Mammoth's getting to fight Valkia for a bit. Missing a lot of attacks. I guess he only does have 34 melee attack with the bonus versus infantry versus their 55 melee defense. Meanwhile, Skin Wolves getting butchered by the Minos, but Fleshhounds have also been having a bit of a tough go. One of them's about demonic instability crumbling. I think Khorne's in a decent spot, however. Balance of power thinks it's about even, maybe slightly Norsca favored, but these Fleshhounds are about to clean up this backfield really nice. It's work in progress, next one to be the greatest, yeah. Yeah, we have the next one scheduled. It's going to be a 2v2. No memes. It was going to be Malekith and Torrox the Brass Bull versus Ali Thanar and Mama O, I believe. I'll have to check if Mama O is the other faction. But yeah, we're just doing a 2v2 co-op campaign. So that'll be a little more try-hard, a little less silly. And no hero shenanigans will instantly end it. Valkia is kind of whooping this mammoth's ass, which is really sad, because you'd think you'd be able to fight back against her better. With a 34 bonus versus infantry. Okay, it is unacceptable how much he is missing. Jesus Christ. He got some decent hits while we were watching him there. Anyway, Marauder Spears and Skinwolves teaming up to take down these Minos. Without having any Marauder support, these guys are actually getting whittled down, so that is a bad trade overall for Khorne. Like we said before, the Fleshhounds are having a great day on this backfield now that they've found some open space to work with. Come right down to these Marauder Hunters and stuff. And Valkia is still bodying the Mammoth. It's gotten some decent value out, though. Decent. Chosen of Khorne dual weapons fighting Marauder Champs and Marauder Spearmen, but they terror route. Okay, Chosen of Khorne don't have ITP. That's fine. Everything's fine. Mammoth now starting to cook. It's hitting Valkia a bit more. As soon as I say that and actually pay attention, it misses her, but still. Hunter of Champions slows her down, lowers her melee defense down to 10. No, 15. She gets back in the sky, and the Mammoth just watches her go like a big old dummy. It's still a very close game. I'm not sure who's favored right now. If Khorne can take out this Firecaster, maybe they'll do okay, but a nasty Burning Head down the line is going to take out some Marauders of Khorne, maybe get the Fleshhounds to start crumbling. No, it doesn't look like it. They'll be fine. Norsca still has a lot of infantry left. Valkia is trying to snipe out the Shaman Sorcerer of Fire. And it's really how much can the Fleshhounds of Khorne get done versus how much can the infantry of Norsca. Fleshhounds once again back out to take down the Marauder Hunters. Their javelins. Pale Ale is down about 800, 900 damage value, which for Khorne is honestly pretty good. We take those. And a Sword of Khorne right on top of the Chosen of Khorne, sacrificing them to the Dark Gods to get massive damage onto some Spearmen. And honestly, the Sword of Khorne didn't even do that much damage to our Chosen friends since they have 130 armor. And the Sword of Khorne, surprisingly enough, is not... I don't think it's even a majority armor piercing. I think it's like 30%. So that was a good Sword of Khorne overall. I am worried that these Fleshhounds are moving in too much of a giant pack, where they maybe could be spreading out and making sure the stuff that's routing doesn't come back at all, or be teaming up on the Skinwolves or something. I'm worried that like all four of them are going around as a unit, but they're kind of getting in each other's way, like you can see here. So is it going to do more damage than one Fleshhound? Yes, but it's not doing 4 times as much damage, so I'm worried they're losing some effectiveness. Corn Dogs or Lutefisk? Probably Corn Dogs. Mammoth walks over to try and stop the dogs from doing things. It does charge through them. They largely ignore it, though one of them is about to demonic instability crumble. Valkia is still chasing off the Firecaster, really wants to get rid of him. She's having a hard time actually dealing any damage to it. And the Fleshhounds, after being distracted for a brief moment by the Mammoth, do get back to their job of killing those Marauder Hunter Javelins. Minos fight Skinwolves on the high ground. That should go to the Skinwolves pretty convincingly. Both of those units shatter, and I think the Marauders of Khorne with the dual weapons will be close to follow. So for Norsca and Maniac, 2 Skinwolves still regenerating. Wulfric is very healthy. And you have a full health unit of Marauder Champions. On the other side, for Khorne, Valkia is quite injured. We have 4 Fleshhounds. I'm thinking Norsca is going to clutch it out. Does the Sword of Khorne count as a spell? I actually don't know. Firecaster's off the field, so Valkia can return to her troops now. And those Skinwolves finish off other Marauders. Khorne's looking a bit thin. If she had a Spear Slaupnir in the back pocket, I could maybe see her dealing with those Marauder Champions, like getting a good chunk onto them, and then with the dogs charging in, maybe they rout. But without that, and she's so low, Wulfric is sitting here with Hunter of Champions just waiting for her to attempt to land. She's probably going to land. Hunter of Champions will hit. She'll throw down Demon Shield and back off, and it'll be a moot point. But all that time, you're going to have these Fleshhounds fighting alone and getting dicked. Wolfric is contemplating. I think Maniac's just sitting here getting vigor back, regrouping his forces, and letting his skin wolves regenerate while the Fleshhounds fuck around in the woods. Yeah, because look, he's getting all of these guys back. He's just trying to get them together. Valkia lands on some spearmen. I bet the mammoth paid for itself for once. It is 2,000 gold, so it is so close to paying for itself. It gets a charge attack onto Valkia's rear and still misses, by the way. At this point, I have to think that the mammoth's animations are just bad. Because stats-wise, this doesn't make any sense that it missed so many. With Demon Shield up, she is going to take the fight with the mammoth. I think Hunter Champions is coming for her now, yeah. But it doesn't reduce any of her damage output, so she's still trying to burst through this mammoth, and her anti-large is helping. But now Wolfric's here. Wolfric is going to kick her ass with Hunter of Champions. And she's trying to get out of here now. And Wolfric just lets her go. That's not a player mistake. The shit just happens. He charged up, got an attack, and then stood there with a dumb look on his face. Chosen of Khorne trying to come back. Fleshhound's also trying to come back. You're probably right. I don't know what I'm right about, but I am great. Mammoth paid for itself, though, Strix. They did. The Mammoth paid for itself. It's official. Final engagement at last. The Fleshhounds charging straight in. They're going to team up with Valkia to take out the War Mammoth once and for all. They're tired of its shit, but the full health Marauder Champion and Wolfric are really the big concerns for me. One Fleshhound is finally fading away. Mammoth gets one last giant shot onto Valkia the Bloody, and Wolfric is here to finish the job. He goes straight in, gets another big shot. She terror outs, and with that, that'll be army losses. And a valiant attempt by Khorne, but Maniac and Norska take a W. And the Mammoth did good. I won't beat around the bush. The Mammoth did good. It would have honestly done a lot better if it didn't miss Valkia an obscene amount. So I think if they fix its animations, that actually could be kind of dank. Valkia, good value. Chosen of Khorne, good value. Minos struggled a bit. Dogs did okay. And the Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons struggled a little bit against Burning Heads and such. Wolfric didn't have to do much, neither does Burning Head Caster. Mammoth hard carried. Marauder Champions were around until the late game. Skin Wolves also did quite well. Marauder Hunter Javelins were hunted down by those Fleshhounds, so they didn't get a lot of damage out. And the basic Marauders doing a lot of work. So G. Okie dokie. I'm going to put this here. So Electric Spinach is done. Samaric is done. Maniac is done. I'm going to highlight in yellow the people who are done. I don't have to watch for their scores anymore. Lord Arm and Winged Destro are done. And who's in the running right now? Father Ram and Stead are looking good to get into the top 4. Cyrus is fighting Pigman. Dust Bunny is fighting Stead. Yeah, we'll see how it pans out. If Lebaked can beat if Lebaked can beat Sunny, then I think Lebaked makes it, but I'm not sure. You know, we'll just see. Why don't we all just wait a second? Rainy Frog, that's a good dream. What up, Hot Fiery Potato? Wing Destro, how you doing? You got a W today. You got a W. Wing Destro is also playing in our faction face-off. Guess I could promote that while we wait. The undead defeated the Underway civilizations last time, so now they are fighting the Moneybags. The thematic is just kind of anybody in campaign that makes a shit ton of money or likes money a lot. So we have Dr. Nerd on Malice Moneyblade, Wing Destroyer of Sipa, which is Wing Destro, on Tretch Swaggertail, Lucinia Marzek on Greasus Goldbags, Greasus Goldtooth, Coops on Henrietta, the Exalted Keeper of Slaanesh. Slaanesh is all about excess and greed. Fat Kid at Recess on Robert Barron, a Hashut Caster Lord for the Cast Dwarves. And Coolest Guy on Bulge Chunkles, a Life Salon. Trying to take down the Undead, which they're reprising their roles. Some of them switched. Rainy Frog switched off of Cetra the Imperishable to Mr. Vane Go, Vlad von Karstein. And Patrick, still Vampire counts, but he did switch to Silostra Deerfan. I'm trying to think. Sego's switched off Count Noctilus to the Red Duke, but yeah. We will stream that when it's all done. Can the Moneybags defeat the Undead, or will they continue their impressive streak? Sunny Fawn defeated LeBaked, giving us another 1.5. So then Sunny Fawn and LeBaked are also done. So Electric Spinach and LeBaked is never going to be completed because Sunny Fawn is technically not in it, so they can't enter the score. Stead and Dust Bunny just finished. So Stead with the 4. Dust Bunny still at 2. We're waiting on Hitman and Father Ram Ram and Pigman and Cyrus. Those are the last 2 games. What could be the outcomes? So Stead, I'm going to switch to green because Stead is guaranteed through. With 4, there's no way. And then also Father Ram Ram's guaranteed through, right? Because if he loses, Hitman gets a point. So Hitman would tie him at 3. And then Cyrus and Pigman, only one of them could win. So we'd have a 3-way tie at 3. So yeah. Cool. So Father Ram Ram's through. Stead is through. And the easiest for me as a tournament organizer would be if Hitman Hippo wins, then I won't have a tiebreaker for 5th. I'll just have a 3-way tie for 2nd, but that does leave us with a top 4. So I'm right now, just for tournament organization, I'm a big fan of Hitman Hippo. Let's fucking go, Hippo. Hope you win it, just so I don't have to deal with any shit. That sounds great to me. But if Hitman loses, then I'll deal with it. It'll be fine. I love Father Ram Ram, but I also like simple tournaments. Where's the dwarves? We just had dwarves in our last faction face-off with the Underways. We had Complex Slayer repping some dwarves. Let's see. Sort. Custom sort. Sort by... There. That's the bracket actually in order of ranking right now. Who plays tomorrow for Worlds? Is it G2 Energy so my hopes can be just crushed at last and I can stop caring? No. Tomorrow was a big nothing burger for me. And then I care about Energy versus G2. Gotcha. Hey! He did it! He fucking did it! The boy! Nice job, Hitman. Making my life so much easier. Alright. So that's nice and easy. Hitman and Father Ram just fought. So we have Stead, Hitman, and then down here, Father and blank. Because I don't want Father Ram and Hitman Hippo to get to fight yet again. And Hitman Hippo just guaranteed we only have a top 4. Hippo and Stead. You are up for first semi-final. Still best of 1. The bracket is on stream, but also Stead, Hitman, Father Ram, blank. That's cool. Thanks, Hitman Hippo. You're a bro. So now the winner of Cyrus Pigman will fight Father Ram, and we'll get on with it. Who's ever in chat to play a bunch of Vermin League games? You can hop on and off spectating. One game playoff? No. It's a best of 1 in each semifinal and then a best of 3 final. The Swiss is 4 rounds of best of 1 to determine your top 4 or whatever, and then you make some semifinals and finals. Semifinals are determined mostly by did someone just play someone, like Father Ram and Hitman Hippo literally just played. So I didn't match them up, so I just threw Hitman instead. Vermin League is rigged? Of course it is. I just saw Lobby said Filthy Rat Tourney Hippo. Probably should have joined that one. Oh, new players are here. Yeah. Vermin League in general has been a little slow. People are waiting on a patch. I've been super busy over the last 2 months, so I've hardly gotten to play any, unfortunately. Just slammed. We did have a pretty good turnout today. We had 11 people check in, which is good. Hopefully people had fun. Pigman 202 and Cyrus still going at it. Man, Cyrus and Pigman must be having the bloodiest conflict of all time. Oh boy. Hippo is hovering Grand Cathay. I hope not to see them this game, but we'll see. Each player does have 2 global bans, so hopefully they get rid of them. Fuck Cathay. Hashtag Cathay haters. Rainy Frog, there is a lot of tournaments right now. That's true. Delmo cheering for R2K. Hitman Hippo, we suspect he has stepped out for a moment because he did literally just finish his game. So probably ran to the bathroom, grabbed a drink or something. It's alright. It's not like the other semifinals waiting on us or anything. I kind of want a Diet Coke for some caffeine as a little pick-me-up. But also I did intend to take a nap after this stream for my sick little body. So we have a dilemma. I did it! There it is. Pigman ends up with the dub. My game finished, it was just super laggy. Fair. Alright. Here we are. So... For all of your information, I have now notified the players. They need to be seeking each other out. That is the bracket as of now. Top bracket, Stead and Hitman Hippo. Bottom, Father, Ramsey, Pigman 202. Best of 1 semis into a best of 3 finals. Then we'll wrap it up for the day. Lord Arm throwing out the GGs. Got a nice 2 wins. 2 wins out of 4 games. Not bad. Not bad. Messaging Stead to see if he's heard from Hitman Hippo yet. If not, I might go to the other semifinal. Doesn't matter to me. All right, Stead and Hitman Hippo are doing picks and bans right now. So they are here. We will get into this. Where is patch 4.1? Why has it abandoned us? When do patches normally come out? Thursday or Tuesday? I'd hope for next Thursday, but it's probably going to be the second week of November, not the first one. The first week of November being like 3 days long. All right, they banned Tzeentch, Grand Cathay, Greenskins, and Ogre Kingdoms. And Brett. Damn it, Fat Kid at Recess. Why are you holding the patch hostage? Patrick, I'm sorry you're tired. I'm also quite tired. Oh. The COVID shots hit me. Hit me right in the chops. We have a hover of the Wood Elves, but the build hasn't changed in a while, so I'm wondering if that's that. Who's winning, Koala Duck? We're in the semifinals, so everything's best of 1. Hitman Hippo and Stead are in this semifinal. Father, Ramsey, and Pigman the best in the other one. After that, we'll have best of 3 finals. Why are you shooting Corvids? Because I'm a bad person. We did see Hitman earlier on Kislev. Got a pretty convincing win over the Lizardmen with them. Looks like he might be going back there. Should be about 2 o'clock in Timberwolves land. It is 2:30 p.m. Oh. Ram gonna win? He is gonna try. Hippo's flipping around, considering his options. What would be the title of the winner of the Bone Ripper tournament? Morsketar's Hellion. Morsketar! I don't fully know what's going on with this pick and ban at this point. Been here for a bit. Hope everything's okay. There's a Bone Ripper tourney? Not yet. Not yet. As Rainy Frog mentioned, there's already a ton of events going on in the world. So I don't know if we need even more. All right, Beastman Skaven. El Clasico. It was Beastman favored for a lot of Warhammer 2. And then in Warhammer 3, enough stuff changed about the base game, like the mechanics of the game itself, that now it's actually pretty even. Maybe like 53-47 Beastman favored, but barely favored, if anything. I want more Throughout the Unclean, because he's trash. Everyone sleeps on your boy, because he's trash. He's way too expensive. His heal isn't even that good. His AoE buffs aren't as good as the Packmasters. His combat stats are all right at best. But he costs, on his mount with all of the items you want him to have, he costs more than that fucking Dark Elf Sorceress on a dragon with Soul Stealer. Throt's way too expensive, man. He's just way too expensive. Rat Ogre Summon is a neat blocker, but they don't do as much damage in ultra unit size. Is there tourneys coming up on the weekend? Lucinia has one on Sunday. I might put one Saturday, not sure. See how I'm feeling. There was a different event on the Saturday, but it got canceled, so... Beastman at 0 gold. Skaven. Moving some chevrons and unit types around. Tomorrow is Friday Night Fights, probably. That's fair, Patrick. That's fair. We have been in this lobby for a long time. I know he was AFK for part of it, but still. Hopefully Father Ramsey and Pigman will be ready for us when we show up so we can just get in the game. Beastmen undid their entire build, restarted it from the ground up. That is a spicy sudden addition, my god. The last minute Gorbel edition. Interesting. I guess, like, he can hunt down Ikit if Ikit existed. Oh. But he does not. It is Deathmaster Snitch and Skaven Soft Kite versus Beastman, which might prove to be difficult. Centaurs are quite good at running you down. Okie dokie. For the Beastmen, it's a front line of a bunch of Ungor herds. Some are spears, some are not. And we do have the Blackhorns, Ravagers, Gore herds with shields. Butchers, Cotton Guard, Minotaurs with regeneration. 2 Ungor Raiders. A Gorbel. Bracium, a Beast with just Flock of Doom. And Morgar the Shadowgave with both of his Chaos Spawn summons. You also have 2 Centaurs. And 3 Centaurs. And 2 dogs. On the other side for the Skaven, Deathmaster Snitch with his Spinny Spin and Net. Plague Priest with both summons. 3 Rat Ogres, 3 Clan Rats, 4 Night Runners. The Council Guard, Stormvermin Halberd, Regiment of Renown. Looks like 2 Poisonman Globes, the Avalanche Mortars, and Iksha's Triads. The Beastmen man spam might be enough to clutch this out. I don't know if the Skaven can kill all those guys with only 2 globes and the Avalanche Mortars. Especially when they're like stocked most of the time. It's a little spooky, I'll admit. What's the gimmick of the Black Horse Ravagers? I think they have stock where regular Gore herds don't. They also have Rowdy. But I think regular Gore herds are quite visible. But yeah, higher stats, Rowdy, Stalk. So all the Beastmen infantry are invisible as they approach the Skaven. I was looking at those. Black Horse Ravagers look really cool. Butchers of Calcan Guard. Also pretty cool. They are very moo cow colored, though. I thought the unit had a regen? Nah. Blackburns Ravagers don't have regen. Nope. Just rowdy. You might be thinking of the Centaur Regiment of Renown. They have Drunken something, where they get this same thing as rowdy, but then they have regen tied to it. Night Runners spot out the Ungor Spearman herd, allowing the purple mortars to get a shot off, and it doesn't look like they're going to dodge in time. So they will lose half their HP in the blink of an eye. And the Skaven are already trying to use summons to block up some of the advance, including the Ixos Triad's fake summon. Ow. Goodbye, Spearman herd. Snitch trying to stop other Ungor herds as globes already have to fall back. Clanrat's moving up to defend. Night Runners are trying to kite away. This is kind of the concern I had for the Skaven build in general. With very little infantry to hold back the Beastman Tide, they can just walk at you. Drunken Bravado, thank you, Peter Shanks. Alright, Globes and the Avalanche Mortars have taken out the 2 Ungor Raiders, so pretty good start for this Skaven. They've secured this little pocket down here, pushing off multiple Ungor herds. And Dogs have now crept into the back area, but Dogs don't do a ton of damage to Poisonwind Globes due to the Globes having so much armor that maybe these guys can be pushed away. Dogs will tear apart the Avalanche Mortars, though. Their HP pool is just too low. And that is tough. That is going to be a big crowd-clearing component of the Skaven gone. Blackburns Ravagers are already down to half HP, and Snitch is trying to find himself a fight with Morgur. Globes are attempting to clear out Chaos Warhounds as a rear charge from the Ixos Triads will also help push them off. The Avalanche Mortars are alive for now, but Centaurs are also nearby, and I wonder if the Triads will run over and just deal with them. Snitch is fighting Morgur. He uses his net on the Bray Shaman of Beasts. Okay, good. He's disengaging to go do it. I'm like, why are you netting him if you're not going to follow up? Boom, big hit. Just trying to get rid of that caster. Morgur's going to prove to be really tanky, so I get going for the cheap caster. Centaurs have officially routed the Avalanche Mortars. Blackheart's Ravagers are stopping the other Globes, as these Globes did more damage to their own guys than Blackheart's Ravagers, but okay. Shit happens. Gorbel is here. And Snitch is now in a 2v1 he does not want. He will want to get out of here. Because there could be a Chaos Spawn summon soon from Morgur, and that would lock him in place, and he would hate that. I'm scared for this Skaven. I really am. Butcher's Gun Guard full HP. Morgur and the Gorbel are chilling. Now, thankfully, the caster is actually routing, which is pretty huge. Dogs and Centaurs are going to take out the last of the Poisonwind Globes, and the Gorbel misses his attack onto Snitch, allowing Snitch to get back home. Skaven Night Runners are running out of ammunition. They will soon have to just be used as pseudo-clan rats, just cheap chaff that you don't expect to do anything. Council Guard trying to catch the Gorbel, or where are they going? Looks like they might be trying to catch the Gorbel. Both Chaos Spawn summons are out for Morgur, which is fine. Like, they're going to come out eventually, so you're just going to try and withstand it as best you can as the Skaven and hope that they fade away while you're still here to talk about it. Gorbel's in a bad spot, surrounded by elite halberds getting sniped out by Deathmaster Snitch. Hopefully Snitch doesn't use his net while this guy's standing in his Council Guard, because the net does extreme damage to infantry around it. But yeah. The Skaven are running into the issues we suspected. They're falling really far behind the balance of power. There's just not enough to defend all their ranged units, and Centaurs are rolling through. Avalanche Mortars routed yet again. Dogs will finish off the Night Runners. The Plague Priest gets off yet another summon. There was a net from Deathmaster Snitch, but you can see it took a quarter of the HP off his own Plague Monks, so it is a dangerous net to pull off. Bounce Power is being buoyed by 2 Chaos Spawn summons, which both have about 10 seconds left of life. So when those go away, things will look a little bit better. Snitch is trying to beat up a Gorbel right now, and it's going okay for him. Gorbel's bonus versus large isn't helping him at all versus Snitch. And without his bonus versus large, he actually has pretty bad stats. 35 melee attack is nothing to write home about. But a full health Butchers of Kalkengard in the late game is probably too much. It's too much to bear. Spawn summons are gone, making the balance of power a lot better for the Scavinos. And Snitch is spinning, doing a ton of damage to the Butchers of Keldengard with that impressive spin. Clan Rat's going to intercept some Ungor herds. That's fine. And Snitch is out here with his carry pants on. The Council Guard are still fighting, and if the Butchers of Keldengard really sit in the Council Guard like this, could be a bad time. Ixtra's Triads probably have to return from chasing off Centaurs. It's probably not the best use of their time, unfortunately. I was scanning around for anything else going on. Snitch is going to finish off the Gore Bowl. The Butchers are running away. Snitch is putting on a clinic right now. 1900 value for him. Go, Snitch, go. Clan Rat summon, shatters an Ungor Spearman. No, just routes him. Again, there's no weird spot. And now Morgur is under attack. And Snitch is coming in hot. If Snitch can snipe Morgur successfully with the Council Guard nearby, he could be fine, because Ixtra's Triads plus the Council Guard can still do decent damage to the Butchers of Keldengard. I'm still suspect. But we'll see. Morgur is getting gooned very heavily by the Plague Priest and Snitch's combo. And the Plague Priest applies Contaminated, while Snitch has that aura. So Morgur's losing 10 leadership, 14 leadership total when these guys are hitting him. So he might break, in which case he'll stop fighting back. It'd just be easy prey for the Skaven. Council Guard, Eshen's Triads. Eshen Triads are routing, but the Council Guard are still here. What could be a problem, though, is that the Council Guard got really separated from Snitch, so now the Butchers of Keldengard can walk over here and get the fight they really wanted. But Snitch's spin might be back up, so if they cluster up around him really severely, he could spin his way to victory. Again, big shots on Morgur. Missing as soon as I was about to say this boy don't miss, but there he gets another big one. And one more should kill him. There we go. Morgur is shattered. And here comes a spin. I suspect he's going to spin before the Butchers even get here, but he just needs it. Oh, nice net for the detonation. And now spin, spin, spin. That's going to be such a nasty fucking spin, dude. Ah, he didn't do it in time. It's for sure off cooldown. He just didn't do it in time. Throw some Traderkins on Snitch. He only had a Beastcaster with Flock of Doom. So Butchers trying to hang in there. They got a nasty shot onto Snitch. Council Guard are here to provide a little bit of support. And Morgur didn't die. I think he shattered, but he didn't die. Or did he? Yeah. There's no Lord died recently debuff for the Beastmen. I guess Snitch maybe didn't have the spin-off cooldown, but if he had spun in that nasty blob, this would be GG. Last of the archers are routing. Council Guard getting charged. Only 30 of them left. Taking big damage as Snitch is back in. He does need to spin. There's the spin. Doing really good damage to Butchers of Keldengard and with the Centaurs to get rid of them. Skaven coming back on the balance of power by quite a lot. They're ahead on damage value, and the summon is out. Probably a little preemptive, as the Butchers of Keldengard are just going to run away and chase things off the map. I don't know how much the Plague Priest even has for summons, though. Probably none. He just has a Pestilent Birth. So what needs to stop happening here for the Skaven is they need to stop spreading out. And they need to stop burning summons on nothing. Where, like, you already had Clan Rats, you already had Stormvermin, you already had Ixtra's Triads, so more Clan Rats isn't going to do anything for you. And the Butchers of Keldengard are just going to leave the fight anyway. So save the Clan Rat summon until you have nothing left to protect Snitch, and then you use it. And also, like, whatever the fuck's happening here, the Butchers could turn on the Ixtra's Triads and kill them quickly while you aren't around. The Butchers are going to try and take a fight against the Night Runners. They will get a charge, which is nice, but they are in the woods, which Beastmen have woodsmen. Yeah, they're fine. I was going to say he's taking some debuffs for being in the woods. But I think this Skaven might have it. Butchers trying to regroup with their Ungor herds. Their archers are coming over to try and shoot. Hitman Hippo's trying to buy time for those Minotaurs to get a little bit of healing, if they can. But again, every moment they delay, Snitch is cooling down on his nasty spin. Because we've seen how much damage the spin does to the Butchers. It's done most of their HP. So stalling only helps them so much. They did wait out an entire Clan Rat summon. The last of the Beastmen forces moving up a little bit. $3,600 damage value on Snitch. Good lord. Ixchis Triads are trying to keep up with the Butchers. They won't be able to, and they are going to get shot by archers pretty soon. So they might want to back off. Let the Clan Rats and the Night Runners take the lead, so they can take the charge from the Butchers of Calvengard, and then the Ixchis Triads can counter-charge in. But yeah, for now they're just going to take free poke, and probably rout before they get anything done. This could be a bigger deal if you didn't need their armor sundering, which you have Snitch for armor sundering, so it's not a big deal. But just pointing something out. So Snitch will rout these guys. Butcher's Calvengard, like we said, they're trying to set up for another charge, and they're trying to get as much healing as possible, but soon they will have to get back engaged, as all of their units are going to start routing. But for now, Hitman Hippo is running as far away as possible to just try and get more healing out. Stuff has shattered. Butchers are coming back, and the Night Runners and Clan Rats have to get out ahead of that. They have to eat the charge. Ixchis Triads trying to get their charge defense going, and it looks like they did brace in time. Still took a bit of damage from the charge, and they're just going to immediately tear out. The Plague Monk summon is here, and the Butchers are pulling away, which they can't do. Alright, now they have orders. Yeah, because they can't run away when nothing else is attacking. And it's going to be a GG for the Skaven as Snitch gets ready for another spin. And Weeping Blades lowering their armor to 23 actually makes the Plague Monks a nasty combatant. Yeah. Damn. Hippo played that pretty well, but Snitch put on a crazy carry performance. I think, as Cyrus was pointing out, I think Hippo might have had it if he had Traderkin instead of Flagadoom. Night Runners didn't do great. Globes did okay. Avalanche Mortars did okay. Count's Guard and Action Triads did okay. Snitch did amazing. Rat Ogres did okay. And that is a GG. It was a very good game. Okay. So the other lobby is theoretically ready for me, but they didn't send me a code. That was a crazy game. Kind of surprised the Gorbel got shit on so hard by Snitch. He didn't hit him like one time. Alright. Pigman has sent me a code. I need a spec slot. Double summon is also game changing. Can be. Alright. Joining into the second semifinal. Pigman and Father Ramsey. Dwarves and Chaos Dwarves. Oh. Okay. This happened. But why, though? But why, though? Okay. Okay. Alright. Gorbel has low melee defense. He has slow melee attack and melee defense compared to Snitch. So, Pigman is a Chad. Pigman is a hero. Pigman is also going to lose this fucking game. Took the Dreadquake Mortar. Pigman, I love you, but that unit sucks, man. Your courage knows no bounds, and I am terrified. I like the rest of your build. The rest of your build's fine. I'm so scared for the Dreadquake, man. It's scary. It's a scary garbage contraption. Stead is waiting in finals for the winner of this. So we have this best of 1. And then best of 3. He took the Dreadquake against you. And he won. Okay. Alright. Chad seems to know something I don't. I am suspect of the Dreadquake Mortar. Also, we have a kitty cat. Hello, kitty cat. Row, row, row. Waiting as these guys get their build set up before I really start talking about what's what. For the Chaos Dwarves, we have 2 Hobgoblin Wolf Riders. Bale Taurus, the one with the breath attack. Then we have a Sorcerer Prophet of Death, also on a Bale Taurus, with Purple Sun and Spirit Leech. This man is cooking. This is the most let him cook build I've ever seen. 2 Chaos Dwarf breath attacks and a Dreadquake Mortar in the same thing, and Purple Sun. My god. 2 Kadai Fireborn, 2 Chaos Dwarf Warriors, one of which has great weapons, and of course the Dreadquake Mortar. On the other side, for the Dwarves, 5 Miners with Blasting Charges, 2 Iron Drakes, Troll Arm Torpedoes, triple Cannon, 2 Slayers, bunch of Dwarf Warriors, some with great weapons, some without, and Thoric Thunderbuns. There's Rune of Doom, Rune of Wrath, and Rune. I am scared that the 3 cannons will have something to say about that Dreadquake Mortar. I heard the ready up. Looks like we're going. Chaos Dwarves have formed up in the forest. Looks like they're gonna advance up over here while still in the forest for a bit of cover. They can't just sit in the forest and shoot their Dreadquake, but shit happens. Dreadquake fires, immediately hits a tree. But oh man, it tried. All the cannons now start teeing off onto the Bale Taurus. And the Dreadquake is slinking up. There, it gets a shot off. Aiming at the Iron Drakes, it almost kind of hit the Slayers. That's something. Also, Thoric was forgotten for Father Ramram. Cannons now trying to fire back at the Dreadquake Mortar over a hill could prove difficult. There's not any trees between them and their shots, though, so it's all about that hill if they can get over it. Which looks like they can. Dreadquake misses a second shot. Actually, it might have been dodged, but still, you get the point. And the cannons continue lobbing over the hillside to try and hit that Dreadquake. Boom, big cannon shot into the Dreadquake Mortar. That boy has lost about half health already. Oh, down to a third! It's routing. Its route will take it back further into the trees. But the dwarves are quite happy with how that worked out. So far. Thoric's still in the ether. Does need to return home. Another shot from the Dreadquake hits the tree. Stops dead in its tracks. I like that change, though, to be honest. When they changed it back so that artillery doesn't get, like, a grace period of firing through trees. Because then you stop some stupid shit. Cannon's trying to fire up and over this hill. They're still getting shots in onto the Dreadquake. Yeah, they're getting big shots on that Dreadquake. He's routed for the second time. If he routes one more time, he'll just shatter outright. And the dwarves are chilling. Both the Bale Tauruses notice Thoric. Thoric notices that he's out in the middle of nowhere and starts to come around. And the Dreadquake, with its shocking 900 HP, tries to rally. Probably will. All cannons turn and fire onto our Bale Taurus friends. Bale Tauruses are dodging as best they can, get clipped by one or two of those shots. Mostly what we need is the Trollhammer torpedoes over here. Bring back the 1.2 second grace again? No. I've never been a fan. Nothing good has come from ranged units being able to fire through solid objects because they're close to it. Nothing good has come from that. Trollhammers are retreating further inwards. I wonder if they went out there, though. They could fuck these guys up. Something fierce. Cannons have tons of ammunition, though. They're not worried at all about what's going on. Dreadquake Mortar still trying to position somewhere where it can shoot, but not get intercepted by trees. How is CD attacking? They're moving their... they're trying to move the Dreadquake up, but yeah. It's definitely pushing it. We'll see how it affects the game, but yeah. There's a bit of forest camping going on here, definitely. If the Dwarves win, then it won't be a big deal. If the Chaos Dwarves win, then I might have to deal with it, but yeah, they're definitely corner camping. Sorry, forest camping. And white line camping, honestly. Miners get in range of the rest of the force. You're going to try and throw into those trees. %50 of army, too. Yeah. There's nothing I can do about it in-game, because there's no in-game chat. And if the dwarves win, then it won't really matter. I'll just message him, or I'll watch the stream and hear it, but yeah. Chaos Dwarves do need to be coming out of the forest at some point and attacking more consistently. Blasting Charge is just going to throw out the Dreadquake. If they can do enough damage to rout it, it'll shatter, and that's kind of what the Dwarves really want out of this. Dwarf Warrior is about to get hit with another Dreadquake shot. There goes the Blasting Charges. Nice. 400 HP off of it. It will break and shatter. Big win for the dwarves. Hobgoblin Wolf Riders are here, though, and the dwarves have abandoned their cannons. This could get bad. Trollhammer torpedoes are trying to turn around, trying to come back and deal with this. And the Bale Tauruses are rolling around. How are the Chorfs attacking? They're not. I think we've kind of established that. I mean, now they are, but the forest camping thing wasn't really attacking. Trollhammer torpedoes trying to hit the Bale Tauruses. Hobgoblin Wolf Riders take out 2 cannons in the blink of an eye. And then run away. Miners getting destroyed by the Chaos Dwarves in the trees. And this one cannon that remains should probably be firing at Kadai Fireborn or at the Hobgoblins. It's a way better bet than single entities. Single entities can dodge really, really well. Multi-entity models can't. But the Dwarves do have to reform their lines. They have all of the range advantage right now, so that mistake with the cannons getting left behind was a huge whoopsie. They need to rally these cannons, get them back on their mounts, reform the lines around the cannons. The Hobgoblins can't just walk up like they own the place. But they're walking up like they own the place. Dwarf Warriors now turning to try and save them, but it looks like a suicide charge onto the cannons is going to rout them again. So again, a bit of a whoopsie from the Dwarves, letting a lot of their advantages slip past them. Chaos Dwarves going back into the forest and next to the white line, which is definitely a rule break. Definitely, for sure. And again, a mistake from the Chaos, from the regular Dwarves, letting their cannon get hit by the Hobgoblin Wolf Riders. That's just a whoopsie. So Father Ramsey's going to want that one back. He's going to want all 3 of his cannons back. But I'm sure he's probably getting frustrated about how much of his opponent's just sitting in the forest camping. Okay, this is just getting stupid now. I know the Hobgoblin Wolf Riders are attacking, so then at this point you can be like, well, I'm attacking, so it's not a problem. But yeah, this is definitely a problem. You can't fucking sit in the forest on the white line. That's against 2 different rules. Which, like, some people get all on land battle shit for having a ton of rules. We don't have a ton of rules, we have a few. Don't sit next to the white line, don't sit next to the forest, and always attack in some way. Which all 3 of those have been broken this game. I also still think the Dwarves have a decent shot, though Father Ramram is engaging randomly on his own. He has minus blasting charges just wandering into the forest without any support from the rest of his units. Hobgoblin Wolf Riders are charging into the Trollhammer torpedoes. That should be a disaster for them. There they go. They're getting crushed. And if the Trollhammers and Slayers can stay safe next to Thoric, they can carry this whole game, but I don't know why the Miners are being thrown away to their death in the forest. It seems a little silly. Purple Sun on the Dwarf Warriors and the Iron Drakes. And this cannon's also leaving behind its thing. I wonder if he just wants to get into melee in the woods. Where if the Bale Tauruses do land, they'll take some serious debuffs, I guess. But that also means your Trollhammer torpedoes can't see shit. Slayer's ready to get in there, ready to fight with some Kadai Fireborn. They don't really want to deal with the Chaos Dwarf Warriors, though. I don't know what'll deal with those. Trollhammers are going to have to find a way to be useful. You probably want to keep one Slayer back next to these guys in case the Bale Tauruses just try to land on you. Rune of Wrath and Ruin into the area. Trollhammer torpedoes hitting all of the trees, which is why we don't allow forest camping, because trees are silly. You can fire a giant explosive torpedo at them, and these stick-like trees can just fucking chill. Slayer's going back to help out Thoric fight the 2 Bale Tauruses. A Purple Sun is coming out. And it consumes a lot of Dwarf Warriors and such. I like how the purple sun affects a lot of the sound things. Anyway, looks like the dwarves are going to lose, and therefore I'll have to deal with this. Which makes me sad and annoyed. Trollhammer Torpedo still trying to fire at something. Looks like for now they're firing at Chaos Dwarf Warriors rather than the Bale Tauruses. The Bale Tauruses land back into Slayers. Which could be bad for them. Yeah, they have very little armor. So Slayers will chop them up, but they are just going to charge out. And another purple sun on top of the Dwarf Warriors and such. That's going to be GG. Well, is it GG? It's going to be game. I don't know about good game. Pigs and Gunties are back into the fight. They're sniping out Thoric. Yeah. That's gonna be army losses in a second here. Sorry, had to find the specific passage about White Line and forest stuff. The Dreadquake Mortar is attacking, by the way. Single entities that are not characters firing at a reasonable pace is attacking. God Gamer, like I said. Not what I would... They said I was a madman. They said you were a cheater. You broke attacking rules, you broke forest camping rules, and you broke white line abuse rules. I mean, it's cool you brought the Dreadquake. It's not cool you cheated several different ways and made us all suffer through a very boring game. That was not cool. That was not cool at all. That was a fucked up thing to do. BO3. First tourney? Alright, dude. The rules were posted in the thing. You can't just sit in a fucking forest on the white line, dude. You can't do that. because of like what was happening there. There's so much with invincible trees. That's why forest camping is a rule, because no matter how much the dwarves shoot trees, like with you can shoot them with flame cannons, and the woods would never start on fire, right? Like your whole army sitting in a forest could be a death trap for you if the dwarves just set it on fire, but trees are invincible, so that doesn't work. Trollhammer torpedoes firing in, cannons firing in would be splintering those trees and making it frag grenades, but it doesn't because trees are invincible, so that doesn't work, right? So that's why that's not allowed. Sitting next to the white line isn't allowed because, one, it's uninteractive and terrible for the viewing experience, which we all just sat through. And if you sit next to the white line, you can just use it. Anything that comes over to you, you can just route it off the map. Would have left if I'd known, yeah. They're just like basic rules that we do so that games don't suck ass. Alright, Stead has the lobby up. So do we have a final? I need to switch over to the scorecard one. Hello, scorecard one. I thought I had a Friday Night Fights blocker up on this tab, but since it's FNF, I always think of Five Nights at Freddy's. Just isn't even a good game. Makes me sad. What am I looking for here? Put you down here. There we go. Let's try to figure out how to get the text up. This is finals. It's a best of 3, and then I can go to bed. And hopefully that makes my head feel better, because I have a massive headache and am nauseous and tired. Thanks, COVID vaccine. Fuck you. Yeah. Well, shit happens, man. We hope to see you around. You had some cool builds. You had some good play. You did seem to know what you were doing with your units, which was really sick. And that's one of the hardest things to learn. So, yeah, just know that the rules in the future, I guess, where there's not that many of them. Like I said, it's just attack at all times. Which you were mostly doing. That one I'll give you. Because we weren't sure if the Dreadquake counted. It does. So you're attacking most times. Don't sit in a forest. Don't sit next to the white line. Which is fine. I would do a replay if there was a prize for this tournament, but it's just kind of a for fun little tournament. And my entire body fucking hurts. So I need this shit to end. So I can go to bed. There's actually 302 rolls. Yeah. Woshi, honestly, your response makes me happy. I don't know. You didn't come at it just like, well, rules are stupid, everything sucks, and it's like, you know, you just seem pretty understanding about it. Shit happens. But yeah, like I said, you're clearly a good player. You clearly have really good understanding of what your units should be doing. We just broke some rules, and I'm feeling really fucking run down, so I don't have time for a replay. And there's no prize this tournament. But yeah, I like that you weren't an asshole about it. Some people, when you call out stuff like that, they just get really butthurt. And go on a rage, and it's like, yeah, the rules are there just so games don't blow. It's 3:16. Tabletop Simulator Zinch, what are rules really though? Aw, no drama. Nah, Woshi seems chill. If it helps any, I broke rules. It's chill, I mostly play campaign. That's lit. Yeah, like I said, we do hope to see you around more. And I'm glad you weren't just being an asshole, that it was like just a legitimate, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Now I know that's a thing. That's cool. What was I gonna say? I lost it. It's gone. Brain fog's coming in hot. Alright, global bans for this last series are Tzeentch, Kislev, Warriors of Chaos, and Skaven. Oh, wait. No. Hold on. Grand Cathay, Dwarves, Tzeentch, Kislev, global banned. And then Stead's going Warriors of Chaos. Dreadquake is good. I worry about it against cannons, though. I like what he did 2/3 of the way through the game. When he got behind that hillside. That's completely legal. Just to be clear. When he got behind the hill, and it had, like, no health, but he got behind the hill and fired up and over, that's totally fine. And that was really good positioning for it. The forest, not as much, because we saw it shot trees quite often. And then it had to get far enough into the forest to fire at all that the cannons could just shoot it anyway, so the forest wasn't protecting it. But behind the hill, it was doing good work. Great Book of Grudges. How would you bring Tyrannok Chariots of Veil of Shadows? How? That's not a combination that exists. No insult to either of these players, but I hope this is a 2-0. We're deteriorating rapidly, and it all hurts. I hope we get Beastman Norska versus Norska Beastman. The same player wins both. It's a very quick series. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't want to die. Is it Warriors of Chaos Wood Elves? Is it real? I can't tell. I haven't seen the Wood Elves add units in a while. Human been sniffing too much Warpstone? I wish. Warriors of Chaos. Yeah, it is. It is Warriors of Chaos versus Wood Elves. He's building an army back there. It's still going. We are in finals now, Strix. Why the Constellation of Dragon? Great Book of Grudges. How does that benefit your Ironhail Cloak of Jet? I get the Ironhail Cloak of Jet. Sotek rambling? What was Sotek doing? I haven't seen a YouTube video of that guy in forever. Does he just stream on Twitch now? Is that all he does? Have you tried Constellation Dragon after the buffs? No. I honestly have not. I haven't played a lot of Cathay. They're banned quite frequently. He's talking about Mordheim. He does a podcast with Andy Long. I miss when Lore Master of Sotek made lore videos. He had an accident recently? What happened? That's terrible. Yeah, I listened, when I was getting into Warhammer 2's campaign, I listened to a lot of his lore videos to figure out who the hell I was playing as and what their whole deal was. Gave me context. Which honestly, dude, the best time I've had playing campaign is after I read one of the books. If I play the character in campaign, it's really fun, and I can't explain why. It just is. Nothing's changed, but a car accident, you'd have to ask him for details. Huh. Well, I hope he's alright. Lizard lore, best lore? What lizard lore? What lizard lore, Vanthus? Show me the books. One of the Thanquol books has lizardmen as a side character. They're pretty funny in that, though they mostly suck and die. They don't do a lot. Asaurus Old Blood on his T-Rex loses to Thanquol and Bone Ripper, and that's very funny. Because Thanquol and Bone Ripper lose all the time. But they actually kick a T-Rex's ass. Ninja Bone Ripper was the best Bone Ripper, by the way. Well, that's not true. I really like generic Bone Ripper. But Ninja Bone Ripper was badass as fuck. Ikit Claw's Bone Ripper was the worst. I think we can all agree on that. It was trash. Ninja Bone Ripper was the most badass, but original Bone Ripper had the most feels. The most emotions. Was that the worst on-stream rule break of Warhammer 3? So far, but it seems like it was just a misunderstanding about the rules. Like, the player involved right after went, oh, my bad, won't do that, and it seems chill, so. If you've been in the community long enough, you know there is a distinct difference between I didn't know, I'll do better next time, and nuh-uh, no I didn't. There are several people that are not allowed in tournaments of any kind who are nuh-uh, no I didn't. People who are just assholes. Some of them are very, very good players. They're also assholes. Fucking Void, man. Fucking Void. I threw one volley in the last 8 minutes. I'm attacking. No, you're not. Lore Master of Sotek became my main Warhammer lore source after Arch went downhill. Yeah, I remember listening to some Arch videos before I knew anything about anything, and then I heard some drama, and I was like, I need to step out of this. I need to step out of this shit before I get too deep. What do we have? What's going on? What's happening right now? I lost focus. Marauder Horse Masters, 2 of them, and 2 Marauder Horsemen of Tzeentch for Chaos instead. Then we have Chaos Warriors and Marauders on the front line with the Mirror Guard. We have 2 Chaos Knights Chaos Sorcerer of Fire with Burning Head and Flame Sword of Ruin. Valkia the Bloody with her Spear Sleipnir. On the other side, for Father Ramram and his Wood Elves, we have a Spellweaver of Life. Great Stag Knights, 2 of them right next to her, and they are going to need some healing right about now as they're getting skirmished away. We have the Wild Hunters of Kronos, 2 Treekin, 1 of which is the Firebark Elders, 2 Gladeguard with Highbane Tips, 2 Wildwood Rangers, and 3 Eternal Guard. I think a Burning Head and a Spear of Sleipnir are coming for these 2, and they will instantly die. Hey, Patrick, same energy. Let's go. Great Stag Knights taking the fight here with basic Marauders and Chaos Knights and Valkia, but they're kind of trying to ignore her. And the Wild Hunters of Kronos coming in with a nice flank, so this could turn into a good thing for the Wood Elves. It's a little risky. There's the Burning Head we mentioned. Wildwood Rangers say goodbye. So do the Eternal Guard with spears. And another one. The Wood Elf front line has fallen apart quicker than you could spit at it, I guess. And then there's a Spear Sleipnir down 2 Great Stag Knights. Ow. It's not nearly as impactful on cavalry as infantry, but still when they're clumped up that hard, you can get some really good damage onto very expensive units. Marauders are routing. The Wood Elves are a little too clumped up. Now, if you're spamming Earthbloods on them or something, I guess that's fine, but they're still a little clumped up for my tastes. Skirmish Cavalry Warriors, Chaos have shut down both the Wood Elf archers. And the Chaos Warriors and Marauders still plugging away at that front line. Things are looking a little dire for the Wood Elves. Damage value is 4,500 to 1,500, almost 3 to 1. Wood Elf Cav is trying to rejoin the fight now. Chaos Knights attempt to intercept them. They go charged by the Great Stag Knights, taking some damage. I imagine we'll get an Earthblood here. What is that? What is happening right now to them? Oh, it's Loic's Blessing. I was like, what is that weird effect? The price is the Bone Ripper roll, I guess. Bone Ripper roll, all that does is mark you as not a new player, so you can't play in new player tournaments anymore. So if anything, it's a curse. Alright, Wood Elves getting shellacked. Stead will go up 1-0. I don't see how they could turn around at this point. We literally just have the Firebark Elders, a single Great Stag Knight, and the Spellweaver of Life versus the world, as Chaos Knights will run down Wildwood Rangers in the distance. That right there is a GG. Oh, game 1 was short. It's glorious. Do I wish Father Ramsey had won? Yes. Because Stead is a meanie. But am I happy it was a short game? Yes. Not a lot to go through on the values. Skirmish Cav just got onto those archers, shut them down. Other Skirmish Cav got to throw at Great Stag Knights and the Wild Hunters of Kronos. Oh boy. Wild Rangers in Space Map? Why Space Map? Brain hurty. This pick and ban will be shorter because there is no global bans. They carried over from game 1, so all Father Ramsey has to do is pick one, and then his opponent will pick one. Oh, open space map. Okay. I couldn't see the on behind the stupid YouTube heart that they put right in the spot where people type. That's such a bad placement for that heart. Ooh. It was supposed to rain today. I wonder if it did. Stead flips over to the Greenskins. Father Ramsey is on his Skaven. This is traditionally a good matchup for the Skaven. Greenskins have teeth, but Skaven just do quite well here, honestly. It's not, like I'm saying, it's not unwinnable for the Greenskins, but it's favored for El Scavinos. Can use Stone Ground Stance as a net? Why? Like, put it on Croman? I don't know. I've never tried anything with the increase of mass thing. With Stone Ground Stance, I wonder if you use Stone Ground Stance on, like, Jade Lancers as they're charging, if you give them insane mass, if they would just delete a piece of infantry. That actually could be pretty funny. It's raining outside right now. Is it? My app says it is, but the window says otherwise. Oh, yep, that's raining. Ow. Ow. Lights are bright. Body block entities with Croman using the Stone Ground Stance, yeah. I understood what you're going for. I've never tried it. That could work. I'm sleepy.
Absolutely still. This vision's based on movement.
Oh no. I fucking love those things. If you haven't checked out Owl Kitty, that's a good channel. That's a quality channel right there. They do like movie parodies, but replace stuff with cats. Alright. I've stalled. We are into potentially the last game, unless the Skaven can clutch it out and take us to a game 3. The one with Godzilla is meta? Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up and see if I've seen that one. Oh, Godzilla vs. Cat.
Chance. We have to take it.
Yeah, that one's really good. I have seen that one. I like Claws, the Jaws version. That was just really good. Okie dokie. Flaws, the Greenskins. Pretty standard build. 5 goblins, 4 squig herds, 2 stone trolls, the river troll hag, ROR with their terror, goblin wolf riders, and then 4 orc boar boy biggins, plus the Moonhowlers goblin wolf rider regiment of renown that causes fear. Warzag up on his pig with Brainburster and Fists of Gork. On the other side for the Skaven, we have 2 Wolf Rats with Poison, 4 Rat Ogres, Ikit Zap Warp Lightning Cannon to keep Warzag under pressure, Lord Skrulk and the Packmaster. Lord Skrulk does have Bless with Filth and his Summon. And we have 3 Poisonwind Globes and a front line of Clan Rats. Some Skaven Slave Spears in the back. The only thing I'm concerned about in this greenskin build is, well, two things. Stone Trolls in Game 3 are not nearly as good as they were in Game 2 against the Skaven at busting through the front line. Globes do a lot more damage to them than you're used to, and they have a harder time busting through front lines and immediately routing them. So I'm a little worried about the Stone Trolls. I love the River Troll ROR with its terror. It's good, it's fine. And then this might be too many Orc Boarboy Biggins versus Skaven. Skaven are not going to have a lot of large targets that you need armor piercing and stuff versus. I definitely prefer versus Skaven to get more Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, and then the 2 Skirmish Cav regiments of Renown. They have high enough stats, and their arrows can do good damage to Rat Ogres, and it makes them about comparable to Boarboy Biggins. But unless you get the Boarboy Biggins specifically onto Rat Ogres, and then even then, after you kill the Rat Ogres, what do? They take forever to kill infantry. They take forever to kill globes. So Boarboy Biggins are usually a really, really good unit, but against Skaven, they're kind of meh, and I think the Squig Hoppers are better. I'd maybe take, like, 2 Orc Boarboy Biggins, or none. Not 4. But 4 is traditionally good, so I, like, understand why he took them, but I'm just saying. When I'm playing Skaven, I'm generally not scared of Boarboy Biggins. Squig Hoppers are much more annoying. Their arm-piercing anti-infantry get on my globes, fuck them up. Ikit Zap Zap is going to shoot at Wurzag. Now, Wurzag can dodge, but if you are stuck just dodging with Wurzag constantly, your army won't be microed as well. And the Skaven player can just put the Warp Lightning Cannon on Wurzag and then forget about it and do other stuff. And if Wurzag stops dodging, it's going to hit him, do good damage, but also reset his cooldowns. And the Greenskin army without Wurzag's cooldowns, his spells that give the whole army plus melee attack can really stall out. So, we'll see how it goes. Moon Howlers and Goblin Wolf Riders trying to get around the Skaven force. Warp Lightning Cannon actually shifting onto the Stone Trolls. They can get a nasty volley off. Miss all but one shot, unfortunately. And Skrull throws out a Clan Rat to support Clan Rats that were already there. Feels like a bit of a whoopsie. Globes now throwing onto the Swamp Things and the Goblins behind them. Warp Lightning Cannons do need to switch back onto Wurzag. In the distance, Boarboy Biggins are slamming through Wolf Rats with poison. Rat Ogres are starting to join the fight now, but they're going to have a terrible time with that fight no matter what. Globes are going to have to deal with the Orc Boarboy Biggins. Meanwhile, the Globes are doing really well against the Squig Herds and Goblins and stuff, but the front line has already fallen apart a little bit. And Skrull throws out a Route of Corruption to try and keep things stabilized. And this is looking bad for El Scavinos. Already all of their globes are compromised. The Warp Lightning Cannon is also under duress, and you're now relying on Skaven's melee strength versus Greenskins, which is not a winning strategy. And yeah, that's going bad. Waz pop for the Greenskins, making them even more deadly. And I would not be surprised if this is a quick GG. Well played to Father Ramsey, Pigman 202 DeBest, Hitman Hippo, and Stead. But I think Stead is going to be our winner today. And Stead also might be playing for Team UK for our world event, where we have different countries fighting each other in best of fives. So hope to see him there. You will not be seeing Stead in any future new player tournaments. Because I believe, like I said, unless something crazy happens, Stead will be graduating from Rat Ogre to Bone Ripper, being the biggest, bestest boys. I have no further analysis. I see no comeback potential here. Unless Skrulk and his Packmaster can literally kill the entire Greenskin army by themselves. Which I'm quite certain they cannot. But man, they're trying. Skaven, most of their stuff is run off the map. We have Orc Boarboy Biggins running out to help with some more Rat Ogres and things like that. Stone Trolls are having a tough time against Skrulk. And in his Clan Rat summon, plus with his Contaminated, when he hits them, their leadership's just tanking. He probably has another Rod of Corruption soon-ish. I don't know if he'll get it off before the game ends, but Scroll could fuck up some of this stuff pretty good. And looking around... Yeah, there's a Rod of Corruption. It's getting really big damage down on all these guys. He's going to route Stone Trolls, going to route some Goblins, leave just Stone Trolls left. And they are getting a Fists of Gork, giving them double melee buffs due to the spell, and then Wurzag's version of the spell as well. Can the Skaven come back here? Fists of Gork on the Stone Trolls also gives them 57 melee defense. They're really not taking that much damage from the Rat Ogres and Skrulk and stuff. Effigy to get from Wurzag, just trying to damage Skrulk a bit, keep him in place. Skaven are getting routed off in every direction, but for the Greenskins, they don't have a ton of meat left. The Swamp Things are trying to regenerate up. This Stone Troll is full HP, and they have a full HP Borborbiggin, but the rest of the stuff is so wounded that Skrulk could maybe take it out with Summons and his Contaminated. Especially if Wurzag dies, as the Packmaster's trying to isolate him, but Stone Trolls will come over. And the Packmaster's just kind of running around, not really landing hits onto Wurzag, so he's going to retreat for now and get back to Skrulk. But Stone Trolls find him. A second Wah is out. Skrulk, how many summons do you even have left? One. One summon. And then when Skrulk has no more Clan Rats to help off the protection, then he'll actually start taking much more significant damage. Skrulk's trying to get his last Rod of Corruption out. It would do really big damage in this area, but it is obviously still on cooldown. Cooldown is 2 minutes, which honestly, a minute has probably already passed by. We could see the second Rod of Corruption out. Packmaster's back after Wurzag. Skrulk's last summon tried to show up, but then he got knocked down. On Croman, I would not like to test that. Good Sir Grudges. Maybe another day, but I feel like utter fucking garbage, and as soon as the stream ends, I want to curl up in a blanket, grab a big glass of water, sit in my bed, and stare at the ceiling until sweet nothingness takes me to sleep. Wurzag is terror routing. That means the Rod of Corruption is probably going to come out from Skrulk and do really good damage here. There it is. Boom! Big Rod of Corruption. Hitting all these units. Stuff starting to rout. Stone Troll's thinking about going. Borbobiggin's already going, and Wurzag's still taking a shellacking. And Ramsey's down, but he has been fighting his way back into this game. Really trying to get to Wurzag. Though Stead's been doing a great job keeping Wurzag safe, keeping it behind Orc Borbobiggins and stuff like that this whole time. Skrulk, now out of summons, no more support for him. And without any of that buffering, you can see now he's starting to take a lot more damage than he used to. As a GG. After that start, I didn't think the game would be close, but it ended up being quite a bit closer than I expected. If the Packmaster had gotten more hits onto Wurzag without being janky and shitty, he might have sniped him. And then without Wurzag, the Stone Trolls would have routed much more frequently. So yeah, I actually think if the Packmaster hadn't teetered around for a bit instead of attacking Wurzag, he might have done it. Alright, that is it. I'm done. Everything hurts. I hope you had a good stream. There were some snags here and there, but overall, we got it done. Goodbye. Goodbye.